The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Can't take this anymore. It's an awful, awful radio show.
We're really, really mean-spirited, evil people who can't see the good in anything.
I think we've done a good job so far of being open-minded and broad-minded.
You know, like when you try to call the police when I touch you.
I don't call the police. I just pretend, because it makes you touch me a little harder.
Oh, God.
Excellence in broadcasting.
It's too bad you got to have some form of intelligence to listen to the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's be honest, you probably didn't graduate high school. You probably have 3 or 4 kids, and you're probably a grandma at the age of 32. So I guess we have to give that much to you.
Tanya, I'd like to apologize.
Why would you apologize? Go away.
Opie.
Jail is better than this misery I'm in.
Anthony.
I just think Nazi, and I can't get it out of my head.
Jim Norton.
Hilarious! Hilarious, people!
You guys ready to laugh?
It's got to be the greatest thing ever.
I'd sooner have a water drinking contest. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Nothing to see here. Move along, move along, move along, move along, move along, move along, move along. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hope our show's good enough for David Hinckley.
Jeez.
I don't think he enjoyed Friday's show.
He really didn't like Friday's show.
No.
But it's not dirty enough.
Yeah. I know. That's pretty much what he did. He was complaining it wasn't filthy enough.
I guess we're in the Daily News today, and it's pretty much a review of the show we did Friday.
Yeah, reviewing Friday's show. Thanks.
Way to get the big picture, David.
Thank you.
Way to get the big picture.
Couldn't you have reviewed a show maybe a month ago?
Yeah, right? You finally decided to review a show, and it's Fridays?
Yeah.
Friday's Borefest?
Bah. I don't know. I think we came up with a lot of new cool features.
I kind of like the
show.
new features.
Yeah. What were a couple of them? What are you eating for breakfast? Was a bit.
Mispronunciation Friday.
Mispronunciation Friday, where all of a sudden we just mispronounce a word.
Sing Along Friday.
Yeah.
What's Your Beef Friday? All brand new bits for the Opie and Anthony Show. Where do we begin today? As we have bullseyes on our back. I can tell you this much. More radio guys got fired just for being radio guys.
Yeah. Couple of more casualties.
It's got to end. We got to start pushing back.
Couple more casualties in this wacky radio war thing.
I say to our enemies, in radio that is, are you with us or are you against us?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff over, the past, the weekend and Thursday and Friday and stuff from a lot of reporters and newspapers and columnists, talking heads, things like that. But the most shocking thing is hearing from the DJs, the other radio personalities, and what they have to say. And it is an odd tack that these guys are taking. Some people are supportive of anything that goes out over the air. They understand, the freedom of speech issues and the responsibilities that you have to take when you're on broadcast radio, and the responsibilities you have to take on satellite also. But to then just come across and look at it like it doesn't affect you is kind of silly, because it's there. We are in this climate that makes it very difficult to just go on the air as radio personalities and do a show and leave at the end of your show knowing that you're safe, that your livelihood and job is safe. It's very difficult in this day and age to do that. And not just for wacky, fun radio shows, but for political talkers, for anybody, because you never know now what a guest might say, what you might say in just a passing, fleeting moment about somebody. and it makes it very difficult to sit down in these seats and do a radio show like this.
Yeah, most of these guys that were talking over the weekend, they can't see past their own selfishness.
Yeah,
They smell blood, so they're like, well, I guess I could get some more radio stations if I play this right. And they don't look at the big picture.
Yeah,
Because you're going to be next. I've been doing this my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be our last show. Tomorrow could be our last show. That's the environment we're in now. You know, people are listening to our show very closely every day, waiting for us to screw up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be over the stupidest thing eventually. Eventually, it's gonna be over the stupidest thing. And most people, especially in the media, have no clue how a radio show is done.
Mm-hmm.
First of all three of us consider ourselves funny, consider ourselves comedians. We are trying to entertain people on a regular basis. Every morning we're trying to get some jokes out there, get people laughing, maybe get you to think a little bit when we go serious, okay?
So what you're saying is that we should put a little more blame on Jimmy Norton. He seems to skate.
Yeah, well...
You are the Brian Boitano of this show.
Who's that?
Skate.
Well,
he's a skater.
Speaking of which, I went and saw Jim Norton at Caroline's over the weekend, right? Opens up with one of the sickest jokes ever. And I'm thinking, wow, if that was on the radio, we'd be fired. and that's...
It was a good one, Jimmy, was it?
And that's the difference. You can for now you can still say some crazy stuff in comedy clubs, but who knows where that's going eventually? Who knows? And there was a table, because not everyone that was at Jimmy's show were hardcore fans of Jimmy, because it's in Times Square, so you get some of the tourists coming in. Jimmy knows.
Yeah.
There was a table right next to me. Man, these women were on the other side of middle age.
Uh-huh.
They're on the upper side of middle age, if you know what I mean. I have no clue. I have no doubt. I have no clue who Jimmy is. They're in town for some convention or some dumb thing.
They go, let's go see a comedian.
So they decide to go see Jimmy. Jimmy opens up with his joke, and I quickly, naturally, I look over at this table. I'm like, I want to see the reaction of someone that isn't a hardcore fan of Jim Norton that expects some edgy stuff, right? They are laughing and laughing. They can't get enough. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
My God, is that telling? Is that telling right there?
You'd be surprised what people you think you know what people are going to laugh at. I had a family last night. There were two girls, a mother and father from England. And my act can be pretty rough. And I'm like, this is a family. It's Mother's Day. I'm like, ugh. They were fantastic. And I can't believe the stuff a family together laughed at.
Yeah.
I wanted to scold them. Like, what's wrong with you people?
And Jimmy's just, ripping through his act, getting massive laughs. And, some of the stuff is downright, it's thank you. But yeah, it's brutal.
Brutal.
So I think we have to educate the people out there. Most people don't understand that 99.9% of this radio show and radio shows just like this are unscripted. Unscripted, flying by the seat of our pants, just trying to make something happen on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Unscripted. They think, like, when something crazy is said, that it was planned all along and,
it's scripted, a sketch.
Yeah, the scripts were handed out to everybody. All right, everyone play their role. We think this is funny.
Yeah,
half the time when you screw up, it's because you're just trying to entertain.
It's conversation.
Right.
And the fact that you have to really check yourself during a conversation makes it very difficult. But we have, as far as, FCC rules go and stuff, we've understood that for many years and what is allowed and isn't allowed. But now there's this kind of new thing going on which makes it very difficult to just get on and converse. And like I said, the show is over, and then you go, wait, what happened? And then you think back at something you said and went like, what? Wow, that? Mm-hmm. So it does make it very difficult. It's also a unique thing you were saying about Jimmy and his act and everything. When will it get to the point where, because of what you do in another occupation, it'll carry over to radio or television or wherever else? Like, we run on two platforms. Anybody who's read the paper over the past few days knows we're on FM radios, a couple of AM stations, I would gather, and which is broadcast radio, and XM satellite radio.
And with that said, can I say just really quickly, if you're listening to us on FM, The bosses over here have completely believed that we have followed regulations perfectly in the last year since being back on regular radio.
We have a bunch of
confusion about that, but there's confusion about that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of safeties in place over here. Over the years, we've learned how to deal with things like the FCC and interest groups. We just know how to deal with that here on the FM side. XM side, it's still a little vague as far as what it's like the Wild West over there, but they got to kind of hand out and learn like FM learned over the years. It has to be learned a little bit what's going on. A lot of people, and I used the Wild West because that's what was quoted in the paper also. Which
no, it's very accurate. But satellite radio is the Wild West. We haven't even started building our cities over there on XM. We're still just getting the lay of the land, figuring out. This would be a good place for a city. This would be a good place for this. Yeah, it is totally the Wild West. It's just pretty much anything goes right now, and they're trying to figure it out as we move forward.
As we move forward, and more people now are coming out and trying to get their opinion of what should and shouldn't be on satellite radio. Now that's a whole other issue, but I was thinking about this over the weekend. We're in an odd position, whereas we do both, and people feel that because we do one type of show on satellite, that sometimes we should be held responsible no matter what else we do.
Even though we haven't done anything, quote, and I say quote, wrong, since being back on regular radio, they still feel what? Because of some of the crazy stuff we've done over at XM, that we should be held accountable for
other things
this
that
side
we do.
of the show.
Yeah, for either this side or even if we wanted to do some television or things. Like it's this odd situation now, whereas I've always seen it as somebody that has a network television show, let's say, a comedian, and then they do an HBO special where they just use foul language and are completely politically incorrect. Is there ever this outcry to have them removed from their network television show because of what they've done? I know Chris Rock has a show. He's not in it, but it's about his life as a kid. And he says some heinous stuff on stage, but hysterical. But if you linked the two together, people would look at that as silly and go, no, that's a stage act. This is this. It's kind of an odd position we're in, whereas that's concerned, that we do both, but people see it as one thing. It's I don't think people are really grasping that.
Yeah, well, so we wake up in a very strange position. Very strange position. You really don't know what to do with a radio show anymore. So JV and Elvis were fired on Friday.
Yeah,
and another guy who's hilarious. Donnell
Rollins. Yeah,
Donnell Rollins was fired from a hip hop station here in New York over the weekend as well for doing a quick throwaway line about it was a Jewish/black joke.
Yeah,
and he got fired for that.
Yeah.
It's completely insane what's going on in radio.
Well, there's
completely insane.
There's this oversensitivity, I guess, that's going on, that it makes it, like I said earlier, very difficult to do this type of show. And once this type of show is gone from the airwaves, people that feel empowered at times, that have a few victories under their belt, don't just stop. They never have. They don't just stop. They move on to the next thing. And the next thing will be...
They move on until they are officially stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
And that could take a really long time.
But they move on to shows like Hannity, Limbaugh, even Al Franken, what he was doing. I mean, just this... I think they're safe now for the time being because they have this political affiliation, and any retribution they can then attribute to their political affiliation, which is really like this freedom of speech issue really comes into play. Like, hey, I'm being persecuted because my ideology in politics. Right. Now, if Hannity said something off the cuff, or Limbaugh has been known to say things about Obama that are considered racist by some groups, but to pull Rush Limbaugh off the air, there would be a big argument about why he's being pulled off the air. Is it because of his political affiliation, because he is such a supporter of the right and the Republicans and Bush, and is it the liberal left that is taking him off the air? Then that in itself is a very compelling argument for the First Amendment. When you have a show like ours, which is based in comedy, occasionally we do touch on some serious topics, but it's just based in it's a comedy show. It's easy. It's an easier target because we're not doing anything really seriously. There's no way we can turn around and say, "Hey, you're infringing on our rights because we represent this."
What? Right.
We just represent the common man that's going to work, that wants to have a few laughs in the morning with off-the-cuff remarks as you would hang out with your friends and buddies. When you're hanging out with your pals, a lot of stuff slips out that if the public heard it, you would have to apologize. With XM, it's different. That's not regulated. It's what I consider a private club because it's a pay service. There are a lot of issues with the satellite side. But the thing is, there has to be a little more education, I think, as to what people are sensitive about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to put radio in one context. That's what I was thinking. Radio seems to be just radio. Mm-hmm. Television, you have comedy, drama, science fiction, news. You have goofs on the news. Let's say you take someone like Stephen Colbert. Very funny. It's a parody of someone like O'Reilly. What he says about President Bush and how he talks to politicians, if someone like O'Reilly did, he'd be fired from his job. But Colbert does it, and people know because of its context as a comedy show, it looks like news, it plays like news, but they know it's a comedy show. So he gets away, he gets certain liberties with that because it's comedy. Radio, we're all under this one umbrella of radio. There's no context to comedy or news or any other type of free-form talk. We're all under this same umbrella of we have to be like Edward R. Murrow. We have to have this dignity that is in radio. And the second you cross that line, you're all of a sudden chastised and persecuted, and people ask for the removal when there are contexts to what you're doing. If we were a news show and we said half of the stuff we say on a daily basis, we'd be thrown off the air. Mm-hmm. We're not. We're a comedy show. But for some reason, we're still held to this standard. There's this radio standard that television doesn't have. Movies don't have it. Movies, again, they have children's movies, dramas, science fictions, horror movies. There are all these separate things that fall under the movies, but they're all judged differently because they are different movies. You don't take a kid to go see one of the Saw movies, and an adult is going to be bored crapless at some of these kids' movies. But for some reason, they don't fall under just the umbrella of movies. Radio, it's just radio. And everyone's held to the same standard, and that can't be.
And you keep saying standard, and that standard is very invisible right now.
Right.
Because someone decided, I don't know who, but all of a sudden out of nowhere, that everyone that's on the radio should be nice.
Yeah.
That's the standard that we're supposed to look up to now.
Right.
We're supposed to do nice/responsible radio.
Yeah.
When did that happen? And who decided that? Who decided that?
I don't know. It wasn't. I honestly don't think it's the marketplace. I mean, you know, when you let the marketplace judge things, people get thrown off the air because their ratings are bad. Because no one's listening or watching a show or going to a movie, it gets pulled from the theater early. This is how the marketplace judges things. It's never.
And most of the shows being thrown off the radio in the last whatever. It goes back a bit even before Imus. The marketplace did not decide that.
No.
Some little special interest group that scared the corporation decided that.
Yeah.
It should be the marketplace. It should be you follow FCC regulations, you follow some maybe company policies, even though I hate to say that, but, you know, you do work for a company, and they do pay you, so you have to deal with some of their dumb rules. But besides that, that's it. FCC regulations and maybe some company rules.
Do you remember any TV shows being taken off because of public outrage on anything? Where the marketplace didn't dictate.
It was always because of poor ratings.
It's because of poor ratings.
Or if you got caught in a porno theater doing some crazy things.
All right. No, that's a very good point. That's a good point.
I mean, we got to keep it fair. Keep it fair.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, although I think he was going to give that show up anyway,
right.
But that he was taken off the air because of something he did off the show that was considered indecent, and that show was pulled. Okay. How long ago is that?
That's who knows.
And that's
15 years.
I was going to say about 15.
That's an old example, but even that you can see he's a kids show kind of, and again context. Yeah. You know, he's doing a kids show and he's in the news doing that. Although I used to watch the show and loved it, catch it in reruns. God damn, that guy's funny. But it's in context again. Kids show, maybe what he did was inappropriate and a little hard to kind of get that point across to the children as to what he was doing.
Right.
But just radio has no context. We're all under one umbrella of morality and decency and
morality
ideals that
all that which started only months ago.
Yeah, I
out of nowhere. And it wasn't the FCC, by the way.
I don't get it. We're under the same scrutiny as NPR.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
We're just getting warmed up, obviously. We got a lot to say. So, you know, we wake up this morning with more DJs being fired for just trying to entertain their audience. And, you know, doing an unscripted, 99.9% unscripted show where you're freewheeling and just trying to get some entertainment out there. And you slip up, you say something stupid. And now we live in a day and age, you get fired for that.
Yeah.
And your career is completely destroyed. I'm sure JV and Elvis have been doing this probably close to 20 years. They're now gone. Did they purposely go out on their show to try to do something very hurtful? Absolutely not.
20 years? Opie, I don't think they're as old as we are.
They might have started at...
Maybe 10 years.
No.
15?
I'm 15, fine, whatever. But now their careers are completely destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, Imus, 35, 40 years, boom, gone. Just because he was trying to entertain people. Yeah, not because he was trying to be hateful.
You were literally under the gun.
So I ask our enemies today. We could go back to beating the crap out of each other and fighting for radio stations and all that. But we ask this today. Are you with us or are you against us today?
And by us, we mean the collective of radio people
right.
also.
It's we could go back to beating the crap out of each other 6 months from now, whatever. That's what I enjoy the most from this business, by the way, going after these idiots.
It's a lot of fun.
But today we ask, are you with us or are you against us? Because don't think they're not taping your show and waiting for you to screw up.
Oh, believe me. Believe me, they are.
What do you say, Howard? Are you with us or are you against us?
Yeah, maybe it's time for a little uniting.
What do you say? Or are you going to let your own selfishness get in the way? And then it's going to be too late for you as well.
It's a rough situation.
All right, our phone number is 1-866-313-FREE. 1-866-313-FREE.
All I care about is that we're not here doing radio and Tracy Morgan tries to kiss us.
Oh, my God. Let's get into that.
That is so Tracy, man.
Love him.
I hate to say it. Oof.
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today. So it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Stay there.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Too bad it's not Air Guitar Friday.
I know.
This is the one, man.
Gotta wait a week.
All right, we'll wait till Friday. Good morning, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America.
Speaking of virus, virus tour.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
All right.
Actually, what I want to say is good morning to the pests, the O&A pests. Thank you to the O&A pests. Jimmy, you want to explain the pest to the average listener? There's a lot of people kind of getting into the show. We're all over America. We're in 2 countries thanks to XM Satellite Radio in general. And people still don't know what an O&A pest is. There are listeners, and then there are pests.
Pests are, you ever been somewhere in society and there's a person that you just hate and they're bothering you and you want to avoid them?
At all costs, yeah.
That person with an Opie and Anthony shirt.
Yes.
They're psychopaths. They're very hardcore, psychotic fans. They're very, very...
Well, they're hardcore fans. They're the ones that are definitely going to the O&A Childhood Virus Comedy Tour this summer.
Absolutely.
They're the ones that buy the products from the sponsors. They're the ones that write their letters when you have to write a letter, if you know what I mean.
And without any prodding from the show. A lot of shows have fans, people that listen, but they have to
The Army!
tell them. Yeah, they have to tell them.
Sign up for the Army!
Could you guys do this for me? Or we need a letter writing campaign, or we need this or that or the other. The pests know to take it upon themselves. They are an autonomous group of aggravating people.
It's our own special interest group.
Yeah.
That I guess we kind of threw them in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, we kind of hinted that it would be good to maybe unite and get a very strong fan base.
Well, we knew because of the type of radio we've done in our own past history that we need people like this.
Yeah.
And boy, did they run with it. Totally.
And a lot of people that I've been talking to in the last few days, I'm like, I swear to God, I have nothing to do with it. They did it on their own.
I know.
How many times did you have to say that?
Yep. Like, no, they just do this. This is what they do.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. So if you're a sponsor to the Opie and Anthony show, they are buying your products. Trust me, they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're buying tickets for our comedy shows all over America. They're the ones that will be in Atlantic City this weekend for the poker tournament.
Yes.
The pests rule, and I want to say good morning and thank you to the O&A pests, okay? Also, PeopleAgainstCensorship.com, a brand new organization that has popped up and has made a bit of noise in the last few days.
They're organizing. They're in their infancy pretty much, but, man, gaining some steam and really doing a great job.
They apparently had some kind of a nice gathering here in Union Square over the weekend, which got a good amount of people.
Yeah.
I was busy taking meetings, but
were you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
On the weekend?
Saturday afternoon.
Well.
Jimmy's leaving the program. You heard it here first.
Jimmy's gone.
That's right.
Damn.
He doesn't need this anymore.
Are you kidding me?
Aggravation.
What else do I have?
All right,
What
listen.
else is there? What, somebody I know have a CB? I'll be sitting in the cab of some fat trucker's truck as he gropes me and kisses my neck. I'm trying to be funny on the CB.
Anthony, you did mention the O&A Travel and Virus Comic
yes.
Club. I just had that thought in my head, and I definitely wanted to thank the pest this morning. But, yeah, we're doing 7 dates, possibly 8. And it all starts at Jones Beach, June 16th. It's 8 or 9 of the comedians you know and love from the show. If you're a relatively new listener, trust me, 8 or 9 really, really funny guys. Most of the names you should know, like Bob Kelly, Bob Saget, Frank Caliendo, Norton, of course, Louis C.K., Otto and George, Patrice O'Neill, Rich Voss, Stephen Lynch, Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan. It goes on and on and on and on. And the lineups change depending on the date. Mm-hmm. So, because a lot of the fans are going to go to, a couple different shows because the lineups are different.
Lewis Black is actually doing
Lewis Black. I forgot Lewis Black has been added. Yes, we're very excited about that.
And the names change because of the dates and because certain people want to punch other people in the face.
Well, that's true. That's true. I know I said Carlos Mencia and then said Joe Rogan right after that. I'm not stupid. I know I did that.
It's like a battle royal.
Yeah, it really is.
You should have something like that. One of them should be on stage doing their act, and the other one comes out with a chair and hits him on the back of the head.
Oh, we had to jockey around these lineups, man. All right, this guy hates this guy. All right, so we'll put this guy in Detroit, and we'll put this guy in the Boston show.
Comedians second only to radio personalities.
Yeah. What do you mean? This guy doesn't get along with... All right, we'll have to separate these two.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy, if we put him on first, by the time this guy...
there's going to be trouble.
But by the time this guy comes to the venue, this guy will be back in his hotel. Oh, the negotiating and the figuring out we've had to do behind the scenes. So it's Jones Beach, June 16th. We got Mohegan Sun on June 30th. Tweeter Center for everybody in the Boston area on July 21st. We got Detroit, August 4th. We got Washington at the Nissan Pavilion in actually Bristow, Virginia, August 18th. PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th. And Tweeter Center for everybody in the Philly area, across the river in Camden, New Jersey, September 15th. Tickets through Ticketmaster.com. Don't forget, it's like a rock concert. We got the tailgating. Like the pets get together. They're already figuring it out for each venue. Each venue, they're like, well, obviously Mohegan Sun, the tailgating's going to be a little rough because it's a casino. And also, it's going to be tough to have an O&A Village at the Mohegan Sun. So if you are going to Mohegan Sun, which is great, you're missing out on some of the elements of the show. I'm not saying you shouldn't go to the casino because just being in the casino has its own,
it's fun.
Its own fun. But some of these shows will not have the O&A Village just because we can't figure that out. Yeah. And the O&A Village will have just tons of things for the fans to do before the show.
We take a golf cart through and hang out in the parking lot with the listeners. Pop into their areas. They set up like little camps and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone having a good time.
Last year, Jimmy mooning the parking lot was one of the highlights as far as the tailgating portion of the O&A Traveling Virus Comic Con goes.
That's on video. It's great.
Yeah.
I was holding on to the back of that like golf cart, and my stupid ass is hanging out, and I had this fear that I was going to fall off and scrape my hiney 40 yards.
That would have been great.
Removed.
Yeah. So, I mean, these shows, the actual show, close to 3 hours.
Yeah.
At some of the venues. And then you got the O&A Village for about an hour and a half before the show starts. And then before that, you got the tailgating. So, obviously, it's an all-day thing.
And afterwards, we all hang out with everybody as they come over, and we sign stuff and hang out and drink some beers with the listeners. And it's a huge event.
Yeah, the Camden show, we stayed at least 2 hours after the show.
Yep.
Middle of the night, just signing and meeting fans. It was
Just hanging out with a few thousand people.
It was very, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, speaking of comedy, our buddy Tracy Morgan's in trouble.
Tracy, what happened, Tracy? I want to get Tracy on the phone.
Yeah, can we get Tracy on the phone?
Would he talk about this?
I don't know, man.
I remember his last faux pas when he got caught driving home.
Yeah.
And perhaps he had a few beers.
Not perhaps. He pretty much admitted it.
Oh, yeah.
On our show.
And he was trying to get out of that. And the story of him trying to get out of it. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Well, DJ, he's in Miami, and a DJ filed a misdemeanor battery charge against him.
Right. Go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm skipping ahead. Go ahead.
That's right. Apparently, he inappropriately groped her, according to her, at the Florida radio station. Her name was Ulika DeCastro. She said he smelled of alcohol. And, that's Tracy. And he touched her shoulders and arms and kissed the back of her head. And she apparently pushed him away, and he was escorted out by the people he came with, which...
Wow.
But, I mean, touched her arms and shoulders.
I've seen him do this.
Inappropriate, yeah.
I've seen him do this at, like, the softball game and stuff. He comes up, and, Tracy's all smooth.
Yeah.
It's weird hearing coming from someone other than Tracy. He said he wants to impregnate me. Domingo told the Associated Press. And it's like, well, she didn't make that up.
I heard him
He said
say
that to me.
I've heard him say that a few times.
Yeah, he doesn't really mean anything by that.
At the softball game,
He's only joking.
He was coming up to one of my girlfriend's friends that were there and doing pretty much the same thing and just going, I want you to have my daughter. You got good hips. I want you to have my daughter.
You got good birthing hips.
Yeah, he was great. But I guess...
so they're going to arrest him for this?
Some people aren't that accepting to this kind of behavior.
Well, probably not.
They're deciding if they should file charges.
They canceled his shows at the Improv in Coconut Grove.
Really?
Yeah, which, if it's for the same reason when I was there, it's because no one wanted to come. That I have small crowds.
Poor Jimmy.
A fire would have been a bigger draw than I was.
That's a weird market for Opie and Anthony fans.
Yeah, very, very few.
And comedy fans in general.
Weird. Yeah.
No, I hear the same thing from a lot of the comics. It's a tough draw down there.
Unless you're muling cocaine that you fished out of the water, which was dropped off by small planes. And it's a fantastic place for comedy.
By the way, Jimmy was doing a joke there.
Oh, right.
See, we got to educate the people that have no clue what we're attempting here. We didn't even know we were going to do this break. See, this is how it works. Like I said earlier, 99.9% of this show is unscripted, freewheeling, just trying to get some laughs in. That's
Who could
all.
have been offended? Coke moles?
Who hey, in this day and age, who knows?
That's true.
Who knows?
Coke bowls or Coke mules?
Mules.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said a mole.
Coke moles.
That would be silly. You couldn't fit much Coke in a mole.
Not at all. What an awful cocaine dealer you'd be if you carried them in the moles on your cheek and arm.
Hey,
I was thinking little mice-like moles, those little mammals that live on your lawn.
All right, either way, we're asses.
Either way, it's not much Coke.
I thought you slipped because you just saw my face with the moles disappearing.
I didn't even think about it until
All
you
right.
just brought it
Oh,
up.
they're gone.
Huh?
You're healing up nicely.
Man, I picked the perfect week to destroy my face.
Yeah. Thank God you were in hiding.
Thank God no one really wanted any video of me this past week. So I figured, what the hell, I'll get a few of these moles removed.
Oops. Good timing.
Oh, I have the worst timing. So that's it with Tracy? So they're deciding if they're going to file charges? This is just what Tracy does and has always been doing.
That's not a battery, though. I mean, they won't be. What are they going to do? I mean, what kind of criminal charges is that? It's like, it was such a, it's stupid, but I wouldn't say that's a
Guys,
What?
come on now.
Huh.
Be a little more sensitive.
Well, this is a perfect example why we don't have women working for our radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should just stop there.
Well, I mean,
Maybe we should just.
what do you,
Oh my God.
Stop right there.
none of us drink, so sometimes if you smell of alcohol, sometimes your judgment's a bit impaired.
Here's what I'm going to say. I wasn't there. I don't know what went on. If this woman feels that she was assaulted in any way, it's well within her right to take whatever action she deems necessary, and it's within Tracy's right to defend himself vehemently.
Why would she feel assaulted? Is she a Yankee fan who actually believes in the moves they made? Those dopes. 8 games back. Goody,
Nice.
goody.
Nice change of subject.
Yankees. So happy they suck.
I cannot get over this.
I couldn't be happier. Go Red Sox.
For the new listeners, a year ago, Jimmy was probably the biggest Yankee fan. And now a lot of people in the New York area yelling and screaming like, are you crazy? I'm so much bigger a fan than he is.
I'm sure
But
they
he was-
are, and they were. That's
Jimmy was
fine.
way up there.
Mm-hmm.
And now he hates them just because Derek Jeter blew him off at a function.
Beyond blew me off. He was extraordinarily unpleasant. Completely blew me off 3 times to sign a photo of he and I together. And I said, I will. I still acknowledge he's the best shortstop in the history of the franchise. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. The guy's a great player.
What'd you do with your Derek Jeter signed baseball?
I have it displayed in my apartment.
Of course he does.
I'm not an idiot. If Hitler signed a baseball, I'd put it up. I mean, come on, dude.
It's a name.
Ty Cobb wasn't exactly a friendly fella, but I'd certainly display his stuff. I got a Derek Jeter thing and a Mariano Rivera ball.
But see, they went out of their way to make sure he signed baseballs for us.
No, that was very sweet of them
All right.
to do. But I have my Jason Giambi, who was the Yankee I didn't like for a long time.
Yeah. Give him a bat.
I met a bunch of the Yankees at a function, and I did not like one of them. I thought they were all rude. All of them were snotty. Robinson Cano was awful. And, boy, Giambi stopped and talked to every fan, and I liked him for that, and he signed a bat for me recently.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of on Jimmy's side because we went to this function. Now, granted, XM paid for it. It was like $1,000 a plate or something.
No, $25,000 a table.
$25,000 a table.
There was like 6 or 8 of us at a table.
25
Went
G's.
2, 4, it was probably 8 at a table tops.
Yep.
It was $25,000 a table.
Yes.
And I guess I'm with Jimmy. And it wasn't like we, all of a sudden saw the Yankees having a team dinner somewhere
Right.
before a big playoff game.
Right.
It was at a function where, you're paying $25,000 a table for a good cause, by the way. Jeter's charity, is a very good cause. And you would just think they would mingle with the people a little more. They actually had an invisible line. It wasn't an actual rope, but we all were in this huge banquet hall with all the tables. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
But in the front of the room is where all the Yankees and their families and like the real celebrities were hanging out, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And if you try to approach those tables, and it looks like you could because you're in this big room.
Right.
All of a sudden there was just an invisible border, and security came out of nowhere to stop you from going any further.
So you're talking about any Ron and Fez party. That's pretty much the way they run their parties. We sit there.
Yeah.
There's an invisible line. Don't come near me.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you know how you had to get Yankee pictures? You had to hang out with Roland by the men's room and catch them as they were coming into the toilet.
That's great. They love that. Anyone would love being approached by the bathrooms.
Well, there was very few people there. Very few people were waiting, lurking by the men's room. In their
Why are you giving out one of your? Why are you giving out one of your best tips of getting an autograph or a picture?
I've only done it that one time.
He wants to meet people.
How many people have figured
going
that
into
out
the
yet?
bathrooms?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it
Hey, fella.
I was doing it at the urinal. I would actually go, do you mind if I just put my arm around you? Just looked over at my friends at the camera.
Take a picture.
See, people get confused because they think you're a celebrity. You don't have to go to the bathroom or anything. And Jimmy had figured this out a while ago. He's like, wait a minute. He's just like me. He's going to have a full bladder eventually.
Exactly.
So Jimmy just hangs out outside the men's room, and then these guys go without their security because they're like, "Nah, I'll be all right. I'm just going to the bathroom. I'll see you back at my table." All right. And then he got him one after another.
And I would I've met enough people to know when someone's being cordial. And the only one that had any that was really nice was Giambi, and it was the rest of them were just they were dicks.
Really?
I hated it. I couldn't believe it. All of them. Leyritz we had interviewed. We had Jim Leyritz on the show, who hit one of the most important Yankee home runs in history. And we were all hanging out. He was great. He was 2 hours with us. He did the walkover. We hung out. And he was fantastic. We had so much fun with Leyritz. And I saw him. This is maybe a week later at that dinner, and said hello. Right. All I wanted was a hello from the guy. I didn't want a hug or, oh, my God, it's you.
I saw this happen, too, because let me just add a little to this. When he was on our show, we felt like we were going to exchange numbers. We all were bonding like you wouldn't believe. And
pals.
Pals, sure. He gave us some unbelievable stuff that every sports columnist in America used, and ESPN. He was talking about steroids.
And his divorce.
And it was unbelievable stuff.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jimmy. So we see him at this thing. And it was that night or a day later or something like that?
Or was it within a week, I believe.
It was within a week,
Very close. And I see him, and I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? And he's like, hey. You're looking. That's the end. That's a period. That's not a semicolon. Like there was something after it. He blew me off. Like all of a sudden, it was his first day in AA, and I was the last fat chick that brought him to his bottom. I couldn't believe how horribly he blew me off.
And I think he didn't even know who we were.
I
believe he just had no clue that he just admitted to all this stuff on our show a mere couple days earlier.
That would have been acceptable. That would have been acceptable. Because at least he doesn't remember you. Okay, I'm just some.
But how could he not remember us is what I'm saying.
Well, I said to him.
Because it wasn't like a typical interview.
It was such a blow-off. I actually went I don't know if you remember. I would interview. He goes, oh, no, yeah, I remember you. How you doing?
Yeah.
It was the worst non-conversation I ever had.
Did you just skulk away?
I slugged away. I actually left a slug trail behind me. I was just a slug boy walking away with nothing.
Did you see it, Ope? Did you see that?
The Leyritz?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was worse, that or my Leary blow-off?
Oh, the Leary, they were very similar.
Very similar?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah,
the Leary blow-off at Comics Come Home up there in Boston.
God. One of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Dennis Leary.
Well, we're dopes. I mean, we do this very popular radio show, and we meet celebrities, and it goes very well on our show to the point you really feel like the guys remember you and know you and want to hang out with you. And Larry started doing our show, and by the way, this is old news. We love Larry, and I think we're at a different position with him.
Oh, yeah. I think talked to him about it.
He officially has acknowledged that we do exist past the radio show. But at this point, he did not.
We only did the show with him a couple of times, maybe, and it was the fact that he was on the show The Job with my buddy Adam Ferrara at the time. So Adam said, hey, I'll introduce you to Leary. In a little bit. And then he went off somewhere. I didn't see him. But then I see Leary at the bar, and there's an opening, and I'm going to get a drink. So I figured, you know something? Let me just say, hey, I'm good friends with Adam Ferrara. He's on your show, The Job. My name's Anthony. Opie and Anthony Show. Nice to meet you. Thinking we're going to have this big conversation. All you guys are watching me as I walk over there, and I use that line. I open up with the whole Adam Ferrara thing. He goes, yeah, how you doing? And turns his back to me and just leans on the bar again. and I get my beer, and I'm drinking my beer, and I turn around and walk away, and I went to look back at all my buddies, Opie and everybody.
You didn't set this up well. You basically told everybody in our little circle, I'm going to go say hi to Dennis Leary. So all eyes were
all watching me.
Anthony walk over to Dennis Leary.
Well, that's why they were all watching.
And then he had to saunter back toward us.
I came back, and as I looked at all my buddies, they quickly looked away. They didn't want to look at me. They were so embarrassed for me, they didn't even want to look at me.
Leary pretty much shook your hand without even looking at you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm Adam's friend.
Yeah.
He's on your show.
Yeah.
They couldn't even, it was so humiliating, they couldn't even tease you for it.
No. They made like they didn't see it. It was embarrassing.
All right, we got to take a break. So Tracy Morgan is in trouble today.
But at least he's not 2 games under 500 with a $6 billion payroll, you dopes. You dope.
Well, the Rocket is showing up at the minors for a little training.
I hope the Rocket throws his first pitch, and they say that's a really weird way for a ball to look. There's a hand and arm attached to it. And Steinbrenner still has to pay him.
You suck.
Jackasses. Hey, Gene Michael run the team.
Where's our Susan Wallman call? Give me that for after the break.
I love her.
And George Steinbrenner's block!
Screaming mad woman.
Roger Clemens is in George Steinbrenner's block!
This is amazing. I'm looking in the dugout. I see bats and gloves.
George Steinbrenner has brought Roger Clemens back! I think I got it in
I think that's it.
He sounds like Daffy Duck's speedballing.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen!
Is it?
Really?
Oh, she's the worst.
More amazing than Lou Gehrig saying what he did that day? In George Steinbrenner's blocks! You got it? We're right next to me where?
Yeah, so why don't you stop humiliating
Oh, my God. It was right there, and you didn't just point it out immediately.
It's right next to you.
It's right next to you. I think he even said stupid.
Yeah. Why don't you just smack the back of his head and point at it?
That head shake is my favorite.
I know.
The old scowl and head shake of E-Rock.
It's also the most exercise he gets.
But we'll get into the E-Rock weight loss thing. But
Sam laughs.
I don't know. Obviously, the Red Sox and the Yankees, massive rivalry. But I think if you're a fan of sports in general, for George Steinbrenner to bring Roger Clemens back in that way, just a complete surprise to everybody, is a really cool sports moment.
Yeah.
You got to see past the fact that maybe you hate the Yankees, and there's Boston going, no, we don't. I know.
It's a big surprise, yeah.
But usually it's done at a boring press conference that ahead of time, and there he is with his Yankee cap on in front of the media. It's a snooze fest. But to all of a sudden be at a baseball game, and they kind of point up to George Steinbrenner's box, and there's Roger Clemens hanging out, and no one had a clue. That's a cool moment.
Yeah.
And this coming from a Mets fan, by the way. I'm not a Yankees fan. All right, I do not like the Yankees whatsoever. Didn't like them way before the Derek Jeter incident with little Jimmy Norton. But with that said, Susan Wallman just blew the moment because now it's all about what she said instead of the actual
how she said it.
Right.
Jesus, she lost her mind.
Thank you all. Well, they came and got me out of Texas, and I can tell you it's a privilege to be back. I'll be talking to y'all soon.
And she's off.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious. Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box announcing he is back.
Is she from Boston? She has to be, right? Blocks.
Oh, yeah, she is from Boston.
Standing in George Steinbrenner's box. George Steinbrenner's box. Oh, my God.
You should have said, of all the dramatic things I've seen in my life, this doesn't crack the top 200.
Right.
It's a millionaire in a box talking awkwardly to people. I'll talk to you all soon. That was the worst hello I've ever heard.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Is this wicked or what? Wicked pisser.
And just stupid Clemens, it's a privilege to be back, even though they offered me more money than Texas, but I left anyway. Stupid ass.
Oh, my God. Goodness gracious. Right in George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee. And there we go, John. You don't have to worry about who's going to take that spot in the rotation. should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on Jorge Posada's face. And
Maybe a big grin on Jorge Posada's face because maybe, I don't know, maybe he was seeing something else.
You got to play that part because she says all the excitement in the Yankee dugout. If you're driving, pull over. She's going to describe the excitement in the Yankee dugout, and I just want you all to relax. It gets crazy.
What are you picturing?
Just the high five, the lunacy.
High-fiving, hats are flying into the stands, the fans are the people are in the dugout just going nuts.
A-Rod is taking off his athletic supporter, and he's holding it over Posada's face to revive him. It's lunacy / sexiness.
By the way, at the start of this break, see, we had no idea we were going down this road. See?
God.
This is the type of radio show we do. Freewheeling.
So what else?
By the way, how long would it take for him to revive him in that fashion?
Probably, well, it depends. Maybe for a while, Posada would just fake not being revived. That's what I'd do.
Oh, damn.
Wait, we hear the excitement.
Oh, yeah, please.
Folks, the excitement. This gets a little nutty.
The
take
dugout.
that spot in the rotation. You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on Jorge Posada's face. Andy Pettitte knew. Big signs. Roger Clemens is now a Yankee. Attention, fans. He is here, and now we don't have to discuss who takes that place.
Incidentally, the big smile on Posada's face was all the excitement. She said Andy Pettitte knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
So the dugout description of the dugout excitement was a grinning man.
There's two people. One grinning and one who knew.
So it's the same excitement you could see any Sunday morning while someone reads the funny papers. Someone's grinning.
She's talking about it like it's the Tet Offensive. There's two guys, one grinning, one is not surprised at all.
Oh, my God, the war is now unwinnable.
God, is she an ass?
How many guys in the Yankees? How many guys in the Yankee dugout going, so that's where my Rays went?
Yeah, the excitement.
Yeah, the excitement. I don't think...
As they all call their agents.
They go, did you hear Roger Clemens is getting just under $1 million a start? Get on the phone with John Steinbrenner.
Oh, my God, goodness gracious. You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Oh, my God. Oh, Posada just took a sip of water.
Shut your mouth.
All right, we got a break. We're a little late. We're a little late. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony!
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
It's Opie and Anthony. Little Jimmy Norton.
Evening.
Hope everybody had a pleasant Mother's Day. Did you see your mommy?
No, I
Talk
called
to
her and I left her a message, and her and my dad had been out, so I have to talk to her today, actually.
I gave my mommy a card that was meant for a, infant.
Oh, I did that one year.
Yeah.
It's
like, thank you for singing me to sleep.
Mommy. And it's done in crayons or something?
Yeah, it's like it had little sparkles on it.
I gave my mom one of those like a couple years ago, thinking it'd be really cool, bring us back to a time.
Yeah.
And innocence. You know?
Yeah.
And she opened it up, she's like, what is this?
Oh, it's funny and cute.
I think she felt like I didn't care or something. I'm like, no, see, I care too much.
Yeah.
We're going old school, like when I used to do little drawings and crayons for you and stuff, and how to spell mommy with the Y backwards and all that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because I heard some people saying mean things about our mommies on the news. It's so funny when they get on our moms. And one woman's just looking right into the camera saying, do you have mothers? Do you kiss your mothers with that mouth? And then me and Mom are joking, like during Mother's Day dinner. We're kind of quoting that line. And I go, yeah, open mouth. And my mother laughs.
Me and my mom.
She's an animal, too.
Me and my mom don't joke like that.
No?
No.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun for everybody.
Me and my mom joke like, my mom's like, pass the turkey, and I'm like, I thought I was the turkey, and she goes, oh, cut it out.
Oh, you go on.
But you're doing French kiss close with Mom. You're a good boy.
It's all in good fun. Then I'm driving home and gotten a little bit of a jam up.
What happened?
Well, it was a nice day yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I have to drive many, many exits on the LIE, and it was a nice day, so I figured I'd take the old Shelby Mustang out. Take the old Shelby Cobra GT out, the old GT 500 out on the road.
Hope it's paid for.
Yeah. And took it out, went to Mom's, had a great time driving back. A lot of traffic, so it's a little frustrating. You don't get to open it up a little bit. I'm not talking about going crazy. I just I just want to drive fast.
Go crazy.
It's not going crazy. I'm not going to do 130 down the expressway, but, I want to get up to 80. I want to do 80. It's safe if there's no cars, but there were cars, so I'm being a good boy because there's traffic. I'm not going to, weave in and out of traffic like a maniac. But, I was passing some people. I get off the expressway by where I live. That's all I'll say. And there's a light, of course. You get off an off-ramp, and at the top of the ramp, there's a light.
They haven't found out where you live yet?
No. Some people probably know, but screw them. So I cross over the intersection. Now I'm behind a minivan. And remember, I've been frustrated at this expressway. It'll be in a lot of traffic. There's no traffic on the service road except for this minivan who's now making a right turn into a supermarket parking lot at a billionth of a mile an hour.
She's a soccer mom with probably...
Make the turn!
With probably the little ones in the back seat watching their cartoons.
Make the turn. Let me see. I'm being laughed at by police officers. On my cell phone right here. So when the minivan clears me in front of me, I just goose it and dump the clutch, and perhaps my wheels were spinning as I took off. And
how fast you get it on the service road?
I slammed second. Well, that's part of the story.
All right.
And I dumped the clutch and spin my wheels again. I hit third, and I chirped the wheels. And at this point, I am flying down the service road.
What does chirp the wheels mean, by the way?
That's, beep, you still get a little bit of rubber out of it. They were completely spinning in first and second.
I want to ask Jimmy, do you chirp your wheels ever?
Sometimes I'll put my car up on blocks and just let the wheels spin quick.
And then kick the blocks out.
Yeah, and then you'll chirp. Like smash into a wall.
Chirp. But now I'm coming up on a light where I have to make a turn. So I start slowing down. I look in my rearview mirror, and I see the ever-familiar police car. Lights aren't on, but I know it's a police car from my
Did he
county.
pull out or something from somewhere, or you passed him?
He must. All I can guess is he was in that supermarket parking lot that the minivan was pulling into.
Oh, okay.
And because he must have heard my wheels, saw me flying. And so I'm waiting at this light, and he's right behind me, and I look in my rear view, and I see him. His head's going. He's looking at my plate. He's punching in numbers. He's doing all kinds of stuff. So I know it's going down. So right when the light turns green, I instantly put my blinker on. I pull into a school and give him plenty of room to pull behind me, turn the car off, roll the window down, do everything I do, pop the glove compartment open, make sure he sees my hands and everything. And he says, license Reggie, goes through the whole drill.
Wait, he didn't put his lights on and you pulled over?
No.
It's hilarious.
Dude, I knew I was done.
I knew. Yeah.
I knew I was done. And apparently, I find out later, because I have a common friend in the precinct that had been spoken to. Let's just leave it at that. That he thought I was going to run. And he was ready to get on the radio to highway because he assumed that I was going to run. And I said, sir, the last thing I want is for me, especially now, is for me to be on the news with a cop's knee to the back of my neck on the middle of the street. Could you see that one?
Oh, yeah.
Shock jock, second mistake. Shock jock, shocking driving.
And they panned to me and him just laughing.
Yeah,
pointing at you.
Exactly.
We would have to laugh.
We
would have to laugh.
Of course we would.
So, I got in a little bit of a jam up there, but we talked things out. We talked things over, and everything was fine. And I assured him that I shouldn't and shan't be doing that again, and pulled out and went home. I was almost home. But he told me when he came back from the car, he goes, How much horsepower is this? And I said 500. And he goes, that's a lot. He goes, I was ready to radio ahead highway. I thought you were going to run me. I was like, what gave you the impression? I didn't say this. I thought this. What gave you the impression that I was going to run?
What does he think this
I would never run in that car.
And what does he think this is? California?
Yeah.
For the rest of the country, you got to understand, Long Island, you can't run anywhere.
You really can't. There's nowhere to go. You have two major highways, the Long Island Expressway and Northern State Parkway. Everything else is side streets, pretty much.
And you only have pretty much 2 ways off the island. You're not running anywhere.
Especially in that car. That car says, hello, there's no way anybody's not going to see it.
Right.
So I'd have been, I'm not running. I'm not running.
Right.
I don't do that. Except maybe once in Manhattan. And it wasn't really a run because the cop wasn't in a car.
He was on foot.
He was on foot, and I was just trying to get through a light. And he banged on the quarter panel of my truck.
And so you might have been on the sidewalk for a little while. It happens.
No, I've never denied driving on the sidewalks when need be. But that's only when there's too much traffic or a truck is backing into a loading dock.
I don't miss driving with you. I'll be honest with you.
No one does.
No. Ozzy Osbourne coming in at 8 o'clock. Speaking of cops, did you guys hear the 911 call from
Tony Soprano?
Wow, we'll get into that.
No, if you're going to talk about it, just let me know. I'll leave.
You'll leave.
I do want to see the show.
Okay.
It's they're showing it on TV.
Don't look.
They're showing it.
But all I got to do is avoid it for a few hours, and I'll watch it later.
Oh,
don't look.
But I'll get out of the way.
Good luck. All right, listen. Cop calls 911 after eating pot brownies. Have you heard this yet?
I saw the story, did not hear the audio.
It's unbelievable. Listen to this.
Taylor Heights Emergency.
Yeah, can you please send rescue to... I think I'm having an overdose at the store with my wife.
Okay, you and your wife?
Yes.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana. But I don't know if it had something in it.
Okay.
Can you please send rescue? Please come.
Okay, we're on our way. Do you guys have fever or anything?
No, I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know. We made brownies, and I think we're dead. I really do.
Okay, what?
That is some weed, man. Wow. Yes. I think we're dead.
Yeah, he thinks they're overdosing on pot. They're hallucinating. It gets...
Wow, they must have ate a lot of them.
This guy?
Yeah.
Who made the brownies?
Him and his wife.
And then what, did he put pot in them?
Yeah, they made pot brownies.
Oh, hold on. I thought he inadvertently ate pot brownies.
Right, Danny? They made it
Danny
themselves,
knows.
right?
Danny's our pot expert.
The story goes he actually took the pot from evidence collection room.
Oh, this is good.
And then made the brownies with that pot, and he wasn't sure if it might have had something else in it.
It had paraquat in it. Remember paraquat?
Paraquat.
What is that? Might have had some PCP. That was a big scare back when I was in high school, that the pot you were smoking might have paraquat in it. It's this pesticide that was used in Mexico, and they said that it would be in there, but it was completely a big stunt to try to get kids to stop smoking pot.
Oh, paraquat.
Paraquat.
Oh, I thought you were talking about two women standing together.
No, I said paraquat.
It continues.
We're dead. I really do.
Okay, how much did you put in the brownies?
I don't know.
Was it a bag? Who made the brownies?
My wife and I did. Cuba, come here.
Okay, get her.
Cuba, come here. He means the country.
She's on the living room ground right now.
Is she breathing?
She's barely breathing.
Is she awake?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, can you look?
Pardon?
Can you look?
I could feel her. She's laying right down in front of me. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
Oh, this guy is so stoned and paranoid.
Oh, wow.
He got the paranoid pot.
Wow.
Oh, that's bad. He just sounds completely stoned. The time is going really slow. I think we're dead.
Wow.
Hey, come on. Who hasn't been here? Come on. Who has not been here? Dude, this is bad. I think there was some angel dust in this. Get all paranoid.
I think I can fly, man.
Come on, this is bad, man. Shut up. Don't make fun of me.
Well, here's part 2.
I gotta ride my bike, man. I just gotta go out and ride my bicycle a little.
Here's part 2.
Do you guys do on a regular basis?
No, this is the first time we've ever done it.
And you've never done marijuana before?
Yeah, I have.
You have, and you've never had this reaction to it before?
No, ever. What's the score in the Red Wings game?
What?
What's the score in the Red Wings game?
I've got no clue. I don't watch the Red Wings.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure this isn't some type of, like, hallucination that I'm having.
Oh, why? What does the score say?
3-3.
What channel is it on?
Channel 2.
8 billion.
It's 2-2.
Huh?
It's 2-2.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Please tell your officers they just passed me.
Okay, they just passed you?
Yeah.
Go outside and flag them down, okay?
Okay, my mother-in-law just got here, too.
Okay.
Okay?
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And she's
That's not good
monster.
advice. Go outside and
flag down.
flag them down.
They just passed my house in a spaceship. Just in a spaceship.
I just want to know if I'm hallucinating. I see Godzilla outside.
Right.
Oh, wait, it's my mother-in-law. That is horrible. The guy is so stoned.
Yeah. Got a bit of a buzz on.
Is the Red Wings score 3-3? No, it's 2-2. Oh, are they wearing dresses? And are they decapitated?
I think I'm hallucinating.
Yeah, are they playing hockey with axes? Because that's what I'm seeing. Wow. There you go.
How you know he's a cop? He got arrested?
Yeah, the accompanying news story said he was a cop. I forget where. I think it might have been in Michigan. I can't quite remember.
It must be. Yeah, sure.
Wow. But who hasn't been there at one point in their like pot smoking career as a kid or whatever? You get that one where you're a little paranoid. I've told it. I lost my mind on weed once. I was sitting there and I was watching an old movie called Gray Lady Down. There's that submarine movie. I think Chuck Heston was in it or something. And the sub sunk. And they're sitting on the bottom waiting to be rescued, and I'm smoking weed and sitting in the chair, and all I could imagine is how horrible it would be to be in that submarine. And I got to the point where I felt like I was in that submarine and felt all the terror that you would feel being in a sub stuck on the bottom of the ocean, and I had to run in my bedroom and hide under the blankets and shake. I was so scared.
You felt like the walls were just closing in on you?
Oh, dude, I was in that sub.
There was one time in high school. Of course, it was in high school.
Yeah.
Where
it wasn't Friday night or anything, right, Danny? Yeah, all right, I'm with you.
I thought it would be a good idea to, smoke before class, of course. And I don't know where this weed had come from, but it got me higher than I'd ever been in my life. And I was sitting there in like first period class, whatever it was, and I was so high that my body started to like tingle and feel kind of weird, and it tricked my brain into thinking that I had, let's just say, had an accident, right?
No.
And I was
which one? A wet accident?
No.
Okay.
The good kind.
So I was so paranoid that had actually happened that I didn't want to like move because I didn't want to like
stir things up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there, just waiting for the bell to ring, and it got so bad to the point where I actually thought that I smelled something. And then the minute the bell rang, I just ran to the bathroom to check, and of course there was nothing there.
Nothing happened.
Nice.
Wow, that is stoned.
I was so high.
All right, we got to take a break and catch up a little bit. Ozzy Osbourne coming in at 8 o'clock, and we got some other great things to get to. The cow with two noses.
Ugh. Oh, just come on.
Well, it's Human Interest Monday.
Pull out the gun and just end it.
It's Human Interest Monday, though. We got to do these stories.
Or at least a big hanky.
Give him a big hanky.
And the mock school shooting is going to piss off a lot of people today. Unbelievable. We'll get into that next. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, Nashville. This is Jim Norton. I'm going to be at Zanies May 17, 18, 19. You can get tickets through Ticketmaster, or you can call Zanies 615-269-0221. May 17, 18, 19. Zanies in Nashville. 615-269-0221, or you can go through Ticketmaster.
Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show right now by phone 866-WOW1WOW or go to Instant Feedback online at opieandanthony.com.
Opie and Anthony. XM202.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Hope you're having an all right Monday. E-Rock, how's that diet going?
Oh, that's right.
Just started it this morning.
What?
Started the diet this morning, according to the book. Start on a Monday.
What'd you do Friday and Saturday and Sunday?
Oh, my God. You're already making excuses.
Oh, boy.
When was Dr. Ian Smith in? Last Tuesday? Wednesday?
I just put his pen down. What's the matter, Hawk?
No, because I'm taking this seriously.
No, you're not. All right, what's the bet? Dr. Ian Smith was in what? Last Tuesday? Maybe Wednesday? Huh? Oh, Thursday? Okay, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So he was in about 4 days ago, maybe 5 days ago, okay? Mm-hmm. And the bet is simple. If E-Rock loses 20 pounds?
20 pounds.
20 pounds by what?
June 28th.
By June 28th. That's not a lot of days.
Mm-hmm.
You already let 4 days go by because you said you started your diet today. If you lose the 20 pounds, the $500 that Dr. Ian Smith already handed to you, you get to keep.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not lose the 20 pounds, you have to give the $500 back.
Plus 100.
Plus 100.
All right, if it says start on a Monday, albeit whatever, that's fine.
Couldn't you make believe?
Were you eating those sensibly in the past 4 days? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So as long as you weren't like stuffing your face.
No.
All right, then that makes sense then. Because if the book says start Monday, then you got to start a Monday.
But E-Rock, you're not smart. Why can't you make believe Thursday's Monday?
Is there a scheduling thing in there?
Why does it matter to start on officially a Monday?
Because
if you only have a time restraint on yours.
Mm-hmm.
The average person that picks up Dr. Ian Smith's book and it says start on a Monday, they can go, I'll start on a Monday. But the days are already counting since the bet started.
Mm-hmm.
You're what? How many days left?
I don't know about
whatever.
But that's you know what it is though. I don't fault him as much because if the book says start Monday, he's got to start Monday. As long as he was eating right, like the other days, those 4 days, you can't tack on pounds eating like crap for the 4 days and then start on Monday. Like when people go, I'm going to quit smoking on Monday, and then they just smoke like 80 cigarettes in a day.
Yeah.
Like, as long as he was eating sensibly, I don't see any problem in that.
Well, he has a time limit, and he's not like most people. He's obese.
Well, that's just it, though. If you know...
What'd you eat at Caroline's over the weekend when you saw Jimmy?
I actually had the mixed green salad.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Okay, good.
What did you eat yesterday?
Yesterday we went out to dinner. I had some red snapper without the flaky crust stuff on it. So it was just pure red snapper.
How about potatoes or any of that stuff?
Nope.
How about
spinach and
good.
Yeah, that was about it.
Bread?
Dessert?
No bread.
No dessert?
No dessert.
Have berries. I eat a lot of berries.
That's what the book says.
Ian and I discussed it when he was writing it. We came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so he did good.
Well, we got someone in the studio that
so we got
heard differently there.
Oh no, who heard differently?
So we got him.
What a shock! Sam heard differently. I heard he had something else.
Oh boy, here it comes, folks. Hold on,
Sam. What have you heard? Now remember, E-Rock decided to start the diet today, Monday.
But he was eating sensibly.
Since Dr. Ian
salad
laid down the bet.
And some snapper.
All right. What did you hear, Sam?
There's rumors going around about what he had for dinner last night.
You went out to dinner. Where'd you go?
Restaurant in Jersey called Benito's.
Oh, that's the one that is owned by who?
That's Lily the intern's father, I think.
Lily the intern's father from the Ron Fez show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe you got a little reconnaissance report.
Who was studying what E-Rock was eating yesterday?
I don't know. There might have been somebody who noticed.
Oh, Jesus. And, Sam, from what you heard, was it snapper with no breading on it and no bread and that's it?
No.
It was not.
No.
Okay. E-Rock.
Yes.
Before this comes out, would you like to maybe... I don't know, rethink what you had last night. Maybe it slipped your mind.
No, because I can probably tell you what this is.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. He could probably tell us what this is. Not knowing what this is yet.
I love
Dinner number
but
2.
It was dinner number 2.
What a brilliant defense. He's coming with a defense right off the bat.
He's swinging before any accusations that really hit him. I like that.
I love this. He knows Sam's got something on him, but it sounds like he can explain it.
All right, E-Rock?
All right. What is Sam going to say?
I believe it's about the meal that I was supposed to have before I had the red snapper.
What do you mean you were supposed to have?
Is that right?
This is the first I've heard about red snapper. I don't know.
Oh.
All right, go ahead, Sam. What have you heard?
The rumor is that for dinner last night, E-Rock started with a Caesar salad.
Very good.
Then had a steak. And then finished with an unknown dessert.
Oh, boy. Caesar salad, a steak, and a dessert.
Did you have a Caesar salad?
You know,
That was the only salad that I could...
Caesar salad is not the most healthy.
No,
Well,
that's
hold
not...
on now. If you don't eat the croutons...
No croutons.
No croutons?
No.
Do you have dressing on the side?
No, they don't make it that way.
No croutons, marshmallows.
They don't make it that way.
They don't.
Every restaurant I go to, I go, dressing on the side.
Dressing comes glued to the salad, apparently.
They grow it that way, the lettuce.
I guess it's just a special lettuce that they grow in South America that comes with the dressing already on it.
Dressing on it. It's great.
What do you mean it comes that way?
That's how they do. They brought out this little wagon thing. They dished everybody's plate out, and that's how it was given to me.
This is why you will absolutely lose the bet, by the way. Because your excuse is, it came that way, so I ate it that way.
Like, what if it came with Twinkies in it?
And E-Rock, I'm not trying to beat you. I'm trying to give you some advice. Like, I try to eat healthy. So if I'm at a restaurant and I want like the dressing on the side, which I usually do, and they come out like that and it's already pre-made like that, know what I'm saying? No salad for me. No salad for me.
That's right.
I'll eat something else. Or you ask, do you have some maybe just plain lettuce leaves in the back? Because I'm trying to, win $500.
I want to know what the controversy is, though. Now we have two different things here. We have the snapper. Now, you didn't mention the Caesar salad before when we asked you what you had. You just said the snapper.
And you plucked the croutons off the Caesar salad?
Yeah, no croutons.
But plenty of dressing.
What's that?
He must have got dressing all over his hands.
Goddamn, Sam. All right, so now the Caesar salad and the snapper.
Snapper, yes.
No dessert.
No dessert. Couldn't.
Why?
Why?
Because the person who's doing the diet with me was paying attention, said you can't have anything.
Your girl?
Yeah.
So where did this...
No, we had a huge party with us. And there was a couple of kids sitting next to me. There was a lot of food all over the place. So it could have been like, oh, he had all this stuff in front of him, but I wasn't touching it.
Oh, okay. So you might have had the steak in front of you.
Did you try a piece of steak just for the hell of it?
Well, here's what it was.
Yeah.
Well, now there's a big, don't say you mixed it up now. One's a fish, one's a mammal.
No, I understand that.
I love, here's what it was.
I know. I like the preface.
All right,
that is good. Here's
it was a giant land fish.
Yeah.
Having talked to Jim on Friday,
like that.
he's talking about should start eating something called wild salmon. So I wanted to try it this weekend. They didn't have any salmon. Everything else on the menu looks very good, but it was not anywhere near what I could do with this diet. So I figured I'll just get the steak. It'd be simple. Steak wasn't cooked right. I didn't want to send it back. Somebody next to me who was trying to get the salmon couldn't have it either, had the snapper, didn't like it. I had the snapper that they had.
But you ordered the steak.
Yeah.
And how did you know that the steak wasn't right?
Because it was supposed to be somewhat pink, and it was very, very gray.
It was supposed to have ice cream on it. And
did you?
So Sam, by the way, came back with a report, and Eric said, I know what this is. Yes, accurate.
See, this is why you will lose the bet. The Caesar salad came with the dressing, so you said, it came like this, I got to eat this way, instead of saying, no thank you, none for me. And then you actually did order the steak.
You ordered the steak.
What's the confusion with the dessert?
Yeah, what's the dessert?
Yeah, now the dessert. Because the reports are you did have a dessert.
I didn't have a dessert, no.
Did you order
I had
a dessert?
a coffee, a cappuccino.
But did you... A cappuccino. Those, by the way, are loaded, but...
How many sugars?
No sugar.
Oh.
It's a cappuccino.
Half and half?
No,
Cream?
just how it came with.
Hey, Lily's on the line, whose father owns the restaurant.
The lovely Lily.
And E-Rock, it just says in comments, because, you know.
Oh, my God.
It says, saw Fat Eric eating steak. All right, let's say hi to Lily. Lily.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning,
Hi, Lily.
Eric did, in fact, have a steak because he told me he had it, so he's lying.
No, I did tell her that because it wasn't cooked right. But also there was somebody else in our party that had the red snapper who didn't want the red snapper, so I had the red snapper.
Right. Well, Eric told me that his steak wasn't cooked right, and so then I was bitching at the waiter, and I said, that's not right. Eric's my friend. You should have cooked it right. And then the waiter came back and was like, if it was cooked bad, why did he eat the entire thing?
Oh, no. Eric.
It was shared.
Oh, okay, now it was shared. I love this guy. Now it was
so
shared.
now you're admitting that you had some of the steak.
You had some of the steak.
Oh, my God.
This is
someone
pure,
else in the party that was sitting next to me.
This is pure brilliance, man.
Wait,
amazing.
According to you a minute ago, what did you have? I sucked in some air and ate some fat-free fish. And someone gave me a leaf and I ate half. I was full.
Oh, my God. All right, now we have an admittance that you shared the steak. Right?
Yes, I couldn't eat it.
the snapper.
And look at he has lowered his whole body. All right,
that is a
All
pantomime.
Right.
How many pantomimes do you have, Eric?
Oh, I did not have.
Oh, God, no.
Well, we have noticed that E-Rock has to chug water when he feels uncomfortable.
The share thing is great. So you shared it with somebody.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
So now you had a Caesar salad with dressing on it. And you had some of the steak and all of the red snapper?
Almost all of it, yeah.
Okay. Now, Lily, do you know anything about dessert?
I'm not sure, but I did see a lot of dessert at the table, and there was, chocolate cake, tiramisu, all that stuff. So I'm sure he had some bites of it.
He might have had a bite.
All right, E-Rock, considering you're still on the diet today, you must have had a couple bites of dessert.
What did you have a bite of?
Yeah, what did you have?
Why wouldn't you? If you had some steak, which you knew wasn't good, and you had like Caesar salad with all kinds of dressing, which you knew wasn't good, then you ate the snapper, which is good, but after the steak, it really doesn't matter. Why wouldn't you then just at least have a bite of one of the desserts?
Because one, I don't like chocolate, and two, I usually don't eat any desserts. Like I'm not a cake person.
You ate something that swam, something that walked. Did you have anything that flew?
Did you have any dessert?
No.
Not a bite?
No.
Not even a taste of someone else's anything?
Not even tasting?
How did you forget the steak, though?
Yeah, you forgot.
I didn't really eat
half the steak. You had half of the steak.
You didn't really eat it.
Steak.
What's that?
I didn't have half the steak. I just didn't want to send it back. So some other people that were sitting next to me also had the steak. I had a little bit of it, but I didn't eat the whole steak. I had the red snapper instead.
Anything else there, Lily?
I don't know about that. The waiter did say that he did clean his plate.
Eric is disgusted and turning around and
getting very, very annoyed.
Yeah, he is so annoyed right now.
He is hot under the collar.
Wow.
All right. Well, and this is the first official day of the diet there, as he slugs more liquids.
Yep. What are you having for breakfast this morning? You have to eat in the morning.
I already had breakfast.
What'd you have?
I had 2 egg whites and an apple.
Cool.
All right, Lily,
That'll
thank
turn
you.
into half an elk.
All right,
All right, there goes Lily.
Thank you, Lily.
Bye, Lily.
We have
You're Lily
spies
on the Ron and
everywhere.
Fez show.
Yes, of course. She does a great job.
See that hot chick that runs around the Ron and Fez studios?
That everyone wants to,
Oh, she's lovely.
So, there you go, E-Rock.
Yeah, to kiss her fart.
E-Rock, you can't just say, I ate the Caesar salad because the dressing was on it, so I had no choice. You make sacrifices.
Sure do.
You're going to lose this bet.
Yeah.
See, I secretly want E-Rock to win this bet. I really do. But I'm losing confidence already.
Because that was only one meal.
See, if I was entering into this bet, I wouldn't wait till Monday to start the official diet.
No.
I would have been just like fasting basically over the weekend.
These guys are just like... Sam's crying. He's laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Half a steak.
It's really uncomfortable.
And one of the best parts, and unfortunately this isn't television, is when Sam comes over to the mic, he lifts his BlackBerry up and he's reading this off of there like he's getting intelligence reports.
Yeah,
like it wasn't something that he just came in with. It's actually documented.
I'm trying to be accurate.
Right,
not
of
just making
course.
it up.
Now, Erock, I order a lot of fish. How was it prepared?
Originally, it was supposed to be prepared in some kind of like a flaky crust with some kind of nut garnishing on it.
Yeah.
So
and how was it prepared?
it was no sauce on the plate or oil on the plate, and no crust on it. Just a piece of fish.
Like Fred Flintstone gets.
Yeah.
Just a fish on a plate.
Fish with the head and the tail and everything, right? Just kidding. All right, E-Rock. Good luck.
All right.
Good luck to you on the diet.
Oh, as he just pushes the mic away. And
how many days left? Unfortunately, that wasn't a fattening Caesar salad he was pushing away. It's a calorie-less microphone.
And here's another mistake that you did wrong, E-Rock.
Uh-oh, more.
Why would you go to a restaurant where we could keep tabs on you?
I didn't have a choice in it.
Oh,
why?
There's a
million restaurants in the New York area.
He means they give him a discount. And he had to go there.
Wait, why did you have no choice? Seriously.
I didn't book this. I had to go as part of a family event, and I had no idea that.
So they book a restaurant that is associated with the Ron and Fez show?
They go there
knowing that
all
we're
the
going to
time.
have spies there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why don't you say, you know what, the guys are riding me pretty hard. Why don't we try to find a restaurant where
Chuck E.
no one's
Cheese
going to
or
know me?
something.
Right.
Yeah, a party of 15. You know what? I really can't go there because of this diet thing I'm doing on the radio.
But all right, but who booked the restaurant?
Her family.
Your girlfriend? You couldn't talk your girlfriend into going somewhere else?
I had no idea. I showed up there, and all of a sudden I see Lily in the front there. I had no idea that was her father's place.
Why does she...
God, if I saw Lily and I'm E-Rock,
Best behavior.
I'm eating breadsticks and drinking water.
Best behavior.
Wait, why is your girl on the diet? She's in good shape. She's a lovely figure.
Trying to help him out.
I know. That's what
Figuring
I'm
if
That's how
she
it
does it, he'll do it.
Power of two.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? She's trying to help you out?
She wants to lose a little, too.
She doesn't need to, though. I don't think she does.
E-Rock, this question coming in. Who was the responsible person that ordered the snapper?
Somebody's mother.
Okay.
And then they didn't like it.
No, because they wanted the salmon as well. So they were talked into getting the snapper.
Now, why did they order the snapper in this weird fashion that wasn't like the menu said? It was like somebody that was on a diet would order it.
Or usually just eats healthy. So I was trying to follow what
so this person that ordered the snapper also eats healthy?
I assume so, they do.
And ordered it, like, devoid of any coverings or sauces.
Yeah, the first one...
That's lucky. Wouldn't you think that's, like, coincidentally lucky that happened to be there when you got a steak that you didn't want and then ordered this and it just happened to be on the table, this remarkably healthy piece of fish? I'm just saying, it seems like an awful coincidence.
No, when they got it, it comes in a plate with some kind of like I don't know if it's a cream or an oil thing around the fish.
Oh, so there was sauce on the plate.
No, they sent it back because they didn't want it.
Oh,
there was two people at the table.
Oh, so they didn't just say, well, it's
what a
like
nudge
that, I'll eat it. They actually
But
sent
they made
something
it
back
like
to get
that.
it healthier as opposed to going,
Right.
here it is, I'll have it. See?
A nudge table.
Yeah.
Sending everything back.
I don't like this is not cooked properly.
I don't like the steak.
Yeah, there was. That's
fish has
exactly
gills.
why I didn't send the steak back, because there was a couple other meals going back. I'm like, you know what?
I'll eat it.
I'm just not going to do it. Thanks, Jim.
Well, the days are counting.
Wow.
He's got a time limit. It's ticking right along. All right. Well, there you go. There's your E-Rock update.
Diet update.
Dr. Ian Smith did this, not us. He gave you the $500. Where is that $500? Did you spend it?
No, it's locked up
Locked up where?
in a safety deposit box.
Come on. It's not. What are you, a game show?
It's somewhere he'll never find it. So they hung it on the treadmill.
It's in the lettuce drawer of his refrigerator.
The crisper.
Yeah, the crisper.
In the crisper.
In the crisper.
Oh, brother.
It's locked up. Are you kidding me?
Nope, it's in an envelope, dated, and locked up. Not spending it.
All right.
He has no faith in winning.
Had to give the key to someone else.
I would have spent that money on the way home.
Yeah.
They just lost the weight.
All right, here we go. We got to take a break. Ozzy here yet? No?
Should be soon.
All right, Ozzy Osbourne on the show in a few minutes here. It's Opie and Anthony. Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A, uncut and live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony!
All my life I'm being over the top. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I don't want to stop. All fired up, I'm gonna go till I drop. Drawing the rhythm in the way, don't make me. I don't want to stop.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it.
That's Ozzy's latest song, I Don't Want to Stop, from Black Rain is the name of the CD. Ozzy will be here any moment. Any moment. We'll be talking to Ozzy Osbourne. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
I forgot he was coming in today. I'm kind of happy. Nice
sure,
surprise.
you forgot.
Dude, I tossed and turned like just a nerd last night.
Little kid on Christmas morning.
I might have got an hour's sleep. I might.
Really?
That was awful. It was awful.
What were you? What makes you so nervous? We've had him on the show before.
It wasn't nervous like a oh my god way. Just like a kind of like a fun day. Yeah.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
All right, listen, before we get into Ozzy Osbourne, here's a quickie. A lot of people talking about this today. School staged a mock gun attack to teach students.
Did they inform everybody?
I don't know. I don't know the details.
Surprise or something?
We're going to learn as we go along here.
All right.
I know this much. It wasn't at a college.
No.
I would think at a college maybe you're in... I don't know. I think. I guess what I'm trying to say is that these are younger students.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was supposed to be a learning experience for 6th grade students in Tennessee.
6th graders?
6th graders? Yikes.
But many parents are not laughing.
Teachers at an elementary school staged a mock gun attack on students during a weekend class trips. Now, many of the students were shaken up by the news and hid under tables. Afterwards, the students and staff talked about what they would have done in a real situation.
Parents say it was just too much after the Virginia Tech massacre. The school principal says the situation involved poor judgment.
Yeah.
So the kids didn't know?
Didn't know.
Oh, okay. That's really creepy.
Isn't that?
Why would you do that?
So there's a lot of outrage there in Tennessee. 6th grade class mock gun attack.
Like when you do a fire drill, even then you know it's a fire drill.
Right.
Like with the kids all scared about school shootings, you maybe should inform them, all right, we're going to do a school shooting drill.
Yeah.
And let them know. You don't just scare the crap
I think
out of
that's
them.
something you have to do ahead of time.
Wow. So the kids were just running around freaking out and hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Who thinks this up and thinks it's a good idea?
What, this show?
That's what I was talking about, the show. Of course. Wow.
That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, that seems a little like it wasn't thought through very well. Oof. Like, didn't one person say, hey, we'll probably get in trouble for this. The show.
You could get the same job done if you told them ahead of time.
Yeah.
We all had drills during school. If this happens, this is what we're going to do. Let's practice.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. But back then it was because of nukes. Like your desk was, the old gag, like your desk was going to protect you from nukes. Yeah, okay.
The Rushkis were after us, so we had to hide under desks.
But as far as a school shooting, to actually tell them ahead of time and go, look, if you're, someone's coming into your classroom with a gun, this is something we think might help you out a little bit, But to actually do it and see how people react, of course you're going to just be out of your mind, screaming and yelling and running like crazy.
I think probably the best thing to tell anybody, but it's such a hard thing, and we've talked about it before, if there's ever a school shooting, is to just, for everyone, to rush the guy. I mean, it's one of those hero moves, and who the hell's going to be the first line of people that do it? But it really kind of does resolve the problem, if everybody just kind of rushes the guy.
Yeah.
Instead of, the guy going around and individually shooting people as they're trying to hide or run, maybe train people like that. Obviously,
you're never going to get to train people to rush a gunman at the same time. Are you crazy?
But think about airplanes. Like that, the whole situation with airplanes. It used to be if a hijacker hijacked an airplane, people would sit in their seats and hope that they land the plane and they get out. after 9/11.
They understand that there's a different result.
Right. Now you know that you do rush the guy because the only other ending in this is you dying anyway. So maybe that is the best idea.
Human nature says run.
I know, yeah.
You're trying to tell me a gunman comes to the school and you're going to actually be able to train everybody to rush him. No way. Sorry to say, but...
It's a tough one, but I don't know.
I mean, now...
like if you got a room full of people...
But now I mean, you make a point, because any shenanigans on a plane, I mean... All hell breaks loose, and this
people
guy's
love
getting wrestled to the
people up
ground.
on planes. Doesn't matter what it is. Guy's complaining about his lunch, and he just gets wrestled to the ground and zip stripped.
No, how many times have you been on a plane since, and you watch that person walking to the front of the plane to go to the bathroom, and you're just staring?
You got to eye him.
Okay, he took a left into the bathroom.
You got to eyeball him.
Yeah.
See if he's checking the cockpit door.
Oh, man.
It's like,
just freaking nervous.
Imagine just someone making a mistake and thinking the cockpit door is the bathroom and touching that knob.
Yeah.
You would just be...
Everyone up. In that case, I agree with you. Everyone's up.
I guess, too, also, there's no escape from the plane.
Right.
They're pretty much locked in there. In a school situation, you think maybe out a window or down a hallway or just kind of leave. You could leave the premises. You can't leave the plane, so maybe that's why.
All right. Another school story. Whoa,
yeah.
You got some?
No.
Okay, another school story. Listen to what this swim coach did.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're learning more tonight about a former Tampa Prep swim coach accused of videotaping high school students changing clothes. As Tampa-based News reporter Mike Deason explains, at least one victim says she posed for explicit nude pictures, and parents believe the school didn't do enough to protect their kids.
The picture police paint of Kim Brabson is that the former swimming coach agreed to remove tardies or zeros from girls' school records if they'd remove their clothes and change into a swimsuit while he allegedly secretly taped them.
I'm really mad. I'm really upset.
Oh.
What is wrong?
Who the hell thinks they're getting away with this stuff?
And how do you break that to a girl? Like, what if she says no? How do you play that off?
Yeah. I was only joking.
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 Allegedly secretly taped them.
I'm really mad. I'm really upset.
Tom Carey is a parent of two of the victims. He's suing Tampa Prep.
It's far worse than I had ever imagined.
Parents and students had to look at pictures and put a heartbreaking "that's my daughter" or "that's me" on them. One student burst into tears and said, "Oh God, Mommy, it's me. That's my scar." There appears to be several victims, but most swimmers say they were shocked by the incident.
Very close with Brabson and never expected any of it to happen.
Did he ever ask you to change?
No, absolutely not. I was never approached.
So some of the kids actually...
Wait, how do they not know?
Some of the kids actually did this to get their tardiness removed.
Maybe
they only were bothered when they realized it was videotaped.
Maybe he said, go change in there. I want to see you in a swimsuit. Not realizing they were being taped naked. You might stand there with a camera.
Okay. All right. Why don't they explain these things better?
I'm only guessing. I don't know.
Sucks.
That's how I would have done.
Wait, now I'm confused because I read this differently, that he wanted them to change in front of him.
But maybe, okay.
I don't know, though, Jimmy. You might be right.
The camera was rolling somewhere hidden?
Somewhere else. So it wasn't good enough that he saw this live. He needed a real good memory of it.
Videotape.
How did it get out? What finally happened?
Well, we got more on the story. Let's see if...
How did it not get out?
He was selling best of DVDs at the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Bake sale.
How does it get out? It gets out because you can't keep it to yourself.
We've also learned that when the police confiscated Brabson's computer, they found a note from Headmaster Gordon McLeod saying, "Kim, please remove all pictures of girls from this computer. Thanks, Gordon." The school's position is that it was conducting its own internal investigation and that memo was written just a couple of days beforehand when McLeod saw some pictures of girls on Babson's computer who weren't Tampa Prep students but were inappropriate to be on a school computer.
It's apparent that the dean had actual
tub girl
about these photographs.
And now we've learned a student testified Brabson convinced her to send nude pictures of herself to his friend and a former roommate.
That's totally outrageous. I mean, we're talking about minor girls here.
And while the state will try to prove Brabson is guilty of a felony, Carey will try to prove Tampa Prep didn't take all precautions it could have.
Now, Tampa Prep officials say there was no way the school could have known about Brabson's alleged illegal activity or prevented it.
Jesus. What the hell's he thinking?
I don't know.
You're not getting away with something like that.
Yeah.
Just not.
Just makes you wonder how many teachers got away with stuff before the internet.
I don't know. And like Jim said, what happens? No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I have to kill you. Like, what do you do? Because they're going to go home and tell.
Yeah. Hey, look, you're a little late. No, I know. You want me to take that off, would you? All right, just pose naked. No. What I'm trying to say is that it's okay.
By naked, I meant go home and forget this.
Yes, I meant let's keep this under our hats.
All right, let's say hi to Drew in Pittsburgh. Drew, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
Hey, love you guys. Love the show.
Yeah, what's up?
Thanks.
How you were saying before about like school drills. My school actually had a drill like that. We had code yellow, code green, code red. And what they'd do is if we'd go to code yellow, we'd actually lock our doors, shut off all the lights, and hide in the back of the room. And then at a certain time, they would alert our room, and then we would sneak out quietly to get outside.
That's how you handled the school shooting situation?
Yeah, that's basically how they handled it. Is they'd shut the doors, lock them, and shut off the lights, and try to pretend that no one was in the room.
See, that works good if he's not in the room with you. Like, if a shooter is in the room with you, then what? You shut the door, lock it, shut the lights, and go, uh-oh, we made a mistake. You gotta kind of have another kind of defense against that. And that's why I'm saying at that point, everyone's got to think you got to rush the guy.
Yeah, got to rush him.
Who's going to be the first guy, though? You got to all do it at once.
Yeah.
Crazy 88 style.
Well, you're going to be the brave one. You run toward the gunman and you turn around and realize that no one's behind you.
Yeah.
Then what?
Say you were joking?
Yeah.
Because he can't be, unless he's got his back to the wall. I would think the best thing is whoever's ever kind of on the sides or behind him. You go first. Tackle him.
All right, Drew, thank you.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye-bye. Where's Ozzy?
Sure, he's on his way. Might hit a little traffic.
Nothing worse than those movies when someone does
Ozzy?
that.
What happened?
Here?
He's coming.
He's late?
Yeah, a few blocks away.
A few blocks away? Okay.
Nothing worse than when you're watching a movie and someone's like, I got him. Come on, help.
Yeah.
And no one comes to help.
No, they all just look the other way.
That's awful.
And start whistling.
Scene in, what was that, Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh,
what happened?
Where that dopey corporal is down the stairs and Adam Goldberg is upstairs with a big Nazi with a knife. Oh, yeah, and he's just like, shh, as he slowly puts the knife in his chest, and the stupid corporals just standing on the stairs.
Well, you didn't help him?
No.
Why?
Because he was a coward. And then after the Nazi killed him, he kind of wipes the blood off his knife, walks down the stairs, walks right past the corporal, and just kind of looks at him and keeps walking.
Wait, was the Nazi? I don't remember. I remember the scene.
Oh, it's the most horrific scene in the movie. I think worse than the beginning, where they say all the Normandy beach landings. It's the worst scene in the movie.
Yeah, they're fighting in a room.
Yeah, they're fighting in a room. They're really beating the crap at each other. It's fight to the death. And this big Nazi gets his bayonet knife out and puts it against Adam Goldberg's chest and starts pushing. And he's trying to push back, but he doesn't have enough power. And the Nazi starts like whispering things to him in German and saying shh, shh, as he slowly sticks it into his heart and kills him.
Could the corporal just pulled out a gun and shot the Nazi?
The corporal could have done anything. He could have beat him over the head with it. Yeah, he was standing on the stairs right below the room just listening to all this happen. He was supposed to bring ammo. At first, there were two guys up there, and he was supposed to bring them the ammo to kill everybody. But he just didn't do it. He just froze. And then the way that Nazi just walked down the stairs and looked at him like, I don't even have to kill this guy. He's not even a threat. And walked right past him. That was it.
Yeah, that was
Corporal sounds like he knew what he was doing. Good night.
So.
Take care, Nazi. God bless.
God bless.
Home safe.
Yeah. Take a tizzy, sir.
Let's go to Jersey and say hi to Chris.
Horrible.
Chris, what's going on?
What's going on, Owen? I just had a quick comment about...
Someone is suggesting that you should run serpentine. That does work, by the way. If you do a little serpentine.
Like
serpentine.
When you're getting shot at, you should do the serpentine. Absolutely. That works. What's up, Steve?
Ozzy's here.
Ozzy's here? All
I
right.
just wanted to say, these drills don't really make much sense because ones that shoot up the schools are the students. They're going to be part of the drill. Then they're going to know where they hide, where they're going to go, the whole plan. It'll
That's
help
true.
their body count.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, we're a little distracted because Ozzy has entered the studio. Thank you, Chris.
No one heard a word you said, sir. Ozzy walked in.
We all just stared at Ozzy.
Yeah. Stop your babbling, caller. Ozzy's here.
What's going on, Ozzy?
How you doing?
Good. God damn, you look good.
And you smell good again.
He always smells good.
I always try and turn out, you know, a nice guy.
Yeah.
If I come out in here smelling a puke and excrement from last night.
He's sleeping in his own sick.
I could smell you from here, and I'm like 20 feet away from you.
Good stuff.
Every time he comes in, he smells great.
No,
It's got to be a cologne that you could, I don't know, it's exclusive to just, I don't know, Ozzy.
Ozzy's Satanic. Available now. Hey, he got his nails done.
Do you pick your cologne out, or does Sharon just kind of leave it out and say, here, put this on?
It's something that I've been using for like years. It's from England. You can only get it from there.
Really? It's a hell of a drive to get a drive. Hell of a drive. I keep just going off a pier and having to swim back.
I saw you last time I saw you. I actually flew home from Aspen. I was at a comedy festival to see you and Sabbath inducted into the Rock and Roll
I know.
Hall of Fame at the Waldorf. And
no, we didn't hear the end of it from him. Jesus Christ!
He's still talking about it.
Oh.
I was screaming about it for years. How it should have happened many years ago. What were your feelings actually when they finally said you guys are in?
Well, you know, when they I mean, we've been on the short list for every year, you know, and so I kind of got pissed off with it now because.
Well, you were seeing other bands get in before you.
I didn't. Whether they want to. These fucking things.
Adjust Ozzy's mic, Steve.
I know, you're bothering Ozzy.
Jesus, you're flipping it around.
Yeah, leave Ozzy alone. He'll figure it out. He knows how to work a microphone.
I kind of got pissed off with it because of the fact that it wasn't voted in by the fans. It was like a board of business guys, you know.
Yeah, what do they know?
And so I wasn't really interested in that. And then I come to the realisation, no, it's not just for me, it's for the rest of the guys in Sabbath. So, you know, they wanted it, and I'm glad I got it, you know. But I still think it should be done by a selection of the public.
Well, they're the same people that vote for that, like the same pseudo-hipsters that kind of write for Rolling Stone and all these other stupid magazines that think the Talking Heads were the be-all, end-all of music. That's got to be kind of irritating.
It's, there used to be a DJ like that in England, and he would have just junk bands on, but because it was him that was plugging these bands, they would get success, and I'd go, what the fuck's up, you know? What is it with them bands, you know?
just because he was like the guy. He was the guy that broke bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
critics do that too, yeah. If certain critics says a band's good, and then all of a sudden
back in the Sabbath days, we didn't like getting good reviews because we didn't know. I mean, we get things that say, oh, when I did so-and-so on the show, they used to write, if they used to write the review before they went out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, I went and saw the induction, and have you seen, like, the guys like Tony Geezer, Bill, have you guys all been together since then, or no?
No, I mean, they're out with Dale right now. People keep asking me about doing another studio album with them, and we have tried, but the problem being is that it's a really, I mean, we've all gone so many miles in different ways since the early days. And it would be the easiest thing in the world for us, four of us, to go in the studio and make an album. But it's, my opinion is that to be of any source, it's got to be better, or if not as good as where we left off. And I just haven't felt it. But I'd like to, before the end of the day comes, just to finish off where I started, really.
Well, you guys did two songs off Reunion, which were new ones. Psycho Man, Slam My Soul. They're both great songs, man. They had like an old vibe to them, but they sounded updated. They didn't sound like you were just redoing the same stuff.
But people now compare me against them. It's kind of, I mean, I was a singer with him from the start. I mean, Ronnie's a good singer. I mean, everybody thinks, well, says to me, what do you think about Dio going out with Star? I don't know. I don't own anybody, you know. I don't expect anybody to sit around on their ass waiting for me to finish what I gotta do.
I like Dio. I went and saw Heaven and Hell when they were in. They were very good. But it's like watching Ronnie on stage. it's like it just makes. I said to the guy I was with, it just makes you love Ozzy more on stage because it's just like there's something you do on stage which is different than anybody else.
The thing is, I've never seen him perform. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of guys try to rip his style of singing off.
Yeah, over the years, yeah.
And he's
got that
an
like
amazing voice.
powerful, voice going. But he's a short little guy, isn't he, Ozzy?
He's
oh, is he a tiny little man?
He's a midget.
That was one of the funniest lines ever. Somebody asked Ozzy, because he used to hang a midget back in the days during Goodbye to Romance. They would string a midget up. It was this beautiful love song, and they're just a midget is being strung up by the neck. And somebody said to him about bringing a midget, and he goes, well, Sabbath did that first, and they put Ronnie Dio on stage. Which was just...
I mean, talking about that, this cop, I think it was Virginia or something there back in the day, and this cop comes in, he's got the visor, the mace, the bullets, the clubs and everything. And he goes, comes in the dressing room and he goes, which one of you's Ozzy Bourne? And I go, me, I think. What's wrong? And he goes, do you hang one of those little guys every night? And I go, well yeah. He goes, where do you get them all from? And I go,
you get them all.
I pictured this truck with a lot of little people in there going, don't hang me.
Yeah, you just pick one out. It's your night tonight.
Just blindly reach in and grab one of the little freaks and yank him out. You're an animal on stage. That's the beauty of Ozzy. It's like people like watch you on stage and are just amazed. I mean, it's just you've never seen anybody like throwing water on this on people, just blasting them. Why'd you stop that? That's great.
Well, the water people got angry.
Water activists.
Yeah. See, Ozzy knows.
Water activists. The drought.
Yeah, what's a drought? And he's wasting it on rock and roll.
I can't even water my lawn yet. He's allowed to.
See, Ozzy knows.
Disgrace, his asshole is.
You think if Black Sabbath started today, you'd have a really tough time with the culture we're in right now?
No, I don't know, but I think the initial thing was everybody was living this bullshit flower power thing. And we were living in an industrial pollution town in England, Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like if you go to San Francisco, be sure to wear a fucking flower, whatever.
Do you have any dump left?
Well, yeah, some of it gets dumped out on regular, but people on XM here, so you hear that we're quite enjoying ourselves. As a performer, like I always love you because you're so honest about being, at times having low self-esteem or being afraid, like all these things that happen to performers you talk about instead of pretending to be something. What are you thinking, like when you're going on stage? What is running through your head right as you're about to walk out?
Fear. Is it going to work or is it not? And people go, next year I've been doing it 40 years. I'm still. I did it at the Vegas thing I just did. The drummer from Foo Fighters was doing, when I get someone to interview somebody else, two band members.
Right.
And he said to me, let me ask you something. Do you get stage fright? I says, I think I invented stage fright. I have beyond stage fright. He says, so do I, and I've tried to explain to people. But Tony, I find that I think that if I ever go on stage without stage fright, it's the end of the road because I don't care,
Yeah.
It goes away though the second you start, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, really? You sometimes.
If I go and I go, good evening, folks.
Yeah. That's the worst part of being.
Look on crack.
The worst part of being a singer is you never know day to day if your instrument works. Like a guitarist can always,
The other one, the other one don't work, so it won't.
A guitarist can always, grab a new guitar, break something, but a singer wakes up in the morning and goes, uh-oh, I'm going to have trouble today. Then you worry about it.
I am the worst. I mean, how does it sound? I go to my assistant, Tony. It's fine. How does it sound now? I said, the sound did 3 minutes ago.
I didn't even mind that, though. Like I would get all bootleg tapes, and some nights you could tell if you've been on the road for a while, like if the voice cracked. I love that. It was like, who cares? If you want the perfection of a studio album, buy that. That's what the beauty of a live show is you get something a little bit different. Yeah. I hate a band that sounds exactly the same on stage as they do it in a studio. It just irritates me. It's like Asia.
There's a lot of trickery going on now. I mean...
yeah.
So I was watching... I think it was Britney Spears or somebody, and they were doing this trapeze thing. I thought, am I going senile already? Or what? She's saying hello, and then the word comes out about 5 minutes later. Mind you, I mean, when you do TV, you've got to do that anyway. I mean, I suppose that's what it's.
But it's so obvious that you can't move like that and sing.
Doing spins and catching all this shit in the air.
And singing.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't sing and do it.
No, absolutely not.
It's a television show.
Yeah.
And I mean,
those are all.
You only get one hit at doing it, you know.
A lot of people, though, live on stage aren't singing because they're dancing around like crazy, and there's no way. You know, I could definitely appreciate when you know someone's really singing and moving around on stage a lot. You go like, wow, that takes some stamina. You know, and there are some people that it's obvious. It's like, stop it. You cannot physically move like that and have those notes come out without sounding like this because you're jumping around or something.
And the mic's moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's footage of you guys. I think I saw you lip sync once, and it was like back in '79 on some show, probably in Germany. I think it was Never Say Die or something like that. It was like some like it might have been in England. It was some like very popular show at the time. And
someone wasn't getting romantic with a chicken after his segment, was it? Is it Germany?
But the thing is, when you're playing a loud band, which I have done for many years. The studio equipment, TV studio equipment, can't handle the decibels.
Right.
And I ain't gonna come with a fucking Nazi fucking amplifier we just stuck in. Talking of that, when this animal shit that was going on, killing all these animals, so I reckon.
Yeah.
I go to Germany, and this prevention of the cruelty to animal guys comes in with a uniform, and I'm going. Is this for real? He goes, I must take 5,000 mark off you. I said, what for? Just in case you kill animals on stage. And I go, are you kidding me? And he goes, no, it's no joke. I said, well, remember the word gas?
Yeah. Oh, God damn.
And he got all pissed off at me.
I would assume he would, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean...
But, yeah, you're just bringing up the past performance.
The word 6 million of anything.
Yeah, and they're worried about maybe you hurting an animal.
The only animal I ever hurt was me, really.
Yeah.
How are you doing with that? Because I know like you had been kind of like saying like it was going good, and then you were like you look really healthy, man. You look really healthy.
It's called fat where I come from.
No, you look good.
Fat.
It's, I haven't done anything dodgy for a while now, you know. But I've said that before, and then Aussie's sober. Aussie, the world can come out of their Aussie bunkers now. And the next thing, I went on the front of the National Corps with a bottle stuck up my ass.
Yeah, no more all-terrain vehicles, or you're staying off of that.
3 miles an hour. I mean, someone knew once to me, how do you think you'll eventually croak? I go, I don't know. I did it twice and got 3 miles an hour on a ITV. But the drugs were great, though.
Oh, yeah?
I'm in pain. Oh, no more.
Did they give you morphine?
I used to go, I don't know. I said, a shot of that and the Jimi Hendrix album, and I was fine.
There's nothing better than when you're laid up and are actually given drugs that are better than any drugs you can get, and
you know
it's
what?
legal.
I used to I go, if I injured myself, I go, Demerol! Is that sick or what? I mean...
Yeah,
how are you feeling now? Well, I've still got a little bit of pain. Well, where? I don't know, let me think.
You write up the prescription while I think. Yeah. I remember getting a prescription for Vicodin, and the second the second I took one and started feeling it, I dumped them out in my hand and counted them. I went 1, 2, 3. How many do I have left? All right. When should I take half? I started really getting into.
That's what happened to me the first week. Then it was like
eating down 25 at a clip.
And Nicole went. I mean, my cocktail was like an atom bomb compared to
Yeah.
I've been in New York and I went to a guy. And he says, don't ask me for anything. I said, oh, Doc, you got to give me something. No, nothing. And I'd drive the guy, man. I wouldn't leave his office. Will you leave? No, you got to write me a script over for some codeine. He gave me a half a bottle of codeine. I nearly went into respiratory arrest.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sure you weren't taking the prescribed dosage.
Oh,
It was
no.
probably
If it says, take one every 3 hours, I take 3 every 1 hour. That's the beauty of being dyslexic.
Yeah, you just mixed it up. What can you do?
I mean, I used to go, well, I've got to take them anyway. If I say 10 now, I won't have to take them for the next.
Then yeah, you don't have to take them
next
later.
time I've run out and I'm going, Tony, I've got a bad leg. I mean,
Are you implying that people show moderation?
Sorry?
What happened to you? Sorry, Jimmy. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was saying, are you implying that you weren't showing moderation?
moderation. I thought that was a town in Bavaria. No, I mean.
No, they put
what they'd say on my little thing that I'm going to. 1's too many and 10's not enough. I mean, there was never enough for me.
It was funny. There's a great thing called Don't Blame Me, which is a great documentary on you. And Joe Elliott from Def Leppard had a great line. He said, if you're living like a life of debauchery and you couldn't find someone better to judge it on than Ozzy. Like, if you're watching Ozzy, like, that's what I want to do if I'm, like, going to be drinking and getting high.
Yeah. Playing that with Def Leppard, what's the guy's name who died? The guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
What was his name?
Yeah, Steve, I would be out of my mind on the tour of Germany, and I'd often run into him, and he'd be sitting in a bar, and I'd be going, well, you know, I need to go to AA, or... No, I was trying to give him advice, and I was more out of it than he was.
That's not a good sign, by the way. If Ozzy is
Ozzy's telling you,
giving you advice.
Yeah. Don't drink it.
So you can't... do you have a couple of beers every now and then, or nothing?
Never ever did that. I never had a couple of anything.
Oh, a couple. Okay, I'm just saying you can't. So
I just don't, because I know it'll last for about half an hour, and then I'll do diving through fucking buildings.
You'll just want more
I
and
used to
more.
wake up in some really strange situations when I was.
So you'd black out and just like wake up not knowing where you were.
I think I've just come out of a blackout. Or am I now in Los Angeles? I don't know where I am, you know.
That is a hell of a situation, man. Because, I mean, I woke up and been in the bathroom, which is one of those things where you go, and you're trying to think, how did I get in the bathroom? I remember kind of going to bed, but I ended up in the bathroom, and then I can't imagine, like, I was in New York. and now where else? You got to, like, look at the phone or something to see what the area code is to even see where you are? Is that, like, what you were going through?
when I was on the road with Sabbath, have you ever seen those Regency Hyatt? No, with all the open inside, yeah? You know, it's sort of like you can see straight down to the bottom of the building.
Like, it's like the Marriott here on 48th Street. It's like a giant atrium, 48 floors high, yeah.
So, I mean, we would been staying at a bunch of these hotels, and I know I used to put my keys back in. I have a pocket full of keys, and so I've been doing that white powder all for about 3 days, and I'm like gacked to the gills, and I need to sleep, so I go and check in the hotel, and they're cleaning my room. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and the woman goes, "Well, just sit in the coffee, and we'll come and tell you when it's ready." So I'm sitting in the coffee shop. My room's like, I think it's 816. I've got a key in my pocket, and I swear to you, I'm not making this up. Oh, I can't wait, I'll just go in the room. I'll put my hand in the bag. I bought another 1806. So I go up to it, and as I get to the room, the maid is just going out, and I go, oh, great, I finished my room. Get into bed. And it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. We were on stage and that evening. We were touring in Van Halen. And I woke up, I look at the clock, and I think, it's something don't feel right, you know. So I look at the clock again, I go, I'm phoning the operator, I go, what time is it? She goes, 6:30, sir. Oh, thanks. What time of day is it? 6 o'clock in the morning. I go, shit. And I slept through the night. And that police thinking I was kidnapped. I got to the wrong room.
Oh, wow. You slept through the gig?
Yeah.
Like, you slept
he's in the wrong room.
Van Halen were pissed with me because I had to do it.
I doubt it.
The day off.
And he's asleep in some other person's room.
What's the look you get from the other band members? How
do you explain that?
I put me on the skateboard and towed me around the rest of the tour. I mean, no, like, I just go, I don't know what we're going to do with him.
Hey, we got Tom peeking in. We're really late. We got to take a break.
Right.
Can you hang for a few more minutes, Oz?
I'm here for
We'll talk about the new CD. We'll talk about Ozfest. We'll do all that after the break.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you this much. We like I Don't Want to Stop. We heard that this morning, and the new CD is called Black Rain. We'll talk about that and some other things with Ozzy Osbourne. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Ozzy Osbourne in studio, running out of time here. Black Rain, Ozzy's first studio album of all new material in 6 years. Very cool. We've been playing the single I Don't Want to Stop here on the show. Also, Ozfest featuring Ozzy, Static X, Lamb of God. I like Lamb of God a lot. I'm starting to really dig those guys. Hatebreed and more. And tickets are free this year.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. How does that work? Can you go to Ozfest.com or something?
Understand. I think it's.
Are you crazy?
No, I think. Yeah, we all know that. You're quick. It's like free to get in, but you have to pay to get out, I think.
Is that pay as you exit? The old little rascals.
That would be hilarious.
The reason why Sharon did that, I believe, is because the bands on the main stage were charging more and more to do the show. I mean, last year I did the second stage. It was great fun. And so she just said, I'm not going to charge them. I'm going to get sponsorship. And that's what she's doing.
Was it fun doing a smaller stage just because you got to go home early? You were done in the middle of the afternoon?
No, it was fun, you know. I mean, don't forget they're getting there from 9 in the morning until 11 at night. Like Arizona ain't a good place to be for from 9 till that time. You know? So when you throw the bucket of water on the stage, before it hits them, it's steam. You know.
That's a hell of a unique idea, though, to have a sponsored event.
That's a great
and then let
idea.
everybody in for free.
Yeah, but the Stones have been getting sponsorship for years.
Yeah, but they sure don't let everybody in for free.
And still $200 a ticket.
I know that. I think they sell their tour before they go on, and it's like already done.
Well, they had Brazil. They just did something in Brazil for like 1 million people, which was a free concert in Rio de Janeiro, and I guess the government.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like over 1 million people.
I don't think Mick needs any more money. Ozzy doesn't need more money.
Rock in Rio.
Huh?
I went to do a thing called Rock in Rio in the back in the 80s. And we had to do we do one show, then a couple of days later you do another show, and it was overflowing with people. I don't know how many people, just an ocean of people. So I did the first show, and it hadn't been running for 2 days then. So by the time that was a Saturday, by the time Wednesday come and do my other show, the fucking stink on that audience was on. I took a crap where they stood, you know. I didn't want to go.
Oh, God. Oh, that's really fun. And by the way, if you buy the new CD, you get a code to get 2 free tickets, reserve seats while available. More info on Ozzy.com.
Yeah, but
he's got all sorts of deals going on. I like that.
They're not just the regular tickets. I think they're tickets.
They're good tickets?
Into my house in Beverly.
I asked Ozzy as we come back how many Ozfest days, because I didn't know if he was going to do all of them, and you're doing all of them this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. By the way, reality TV hasn't been the same since you guys went off the air.
It ain't real.
They're trying to get the next Osbournes, and the Hogan family stinks. Dice's show sucked. You know, they're trying to get the new Osbournes, and they're just falling short.
It's like, Greta Van Susteren did an interview with me the other day, and she said to me, "Do you know why the Osbournes are a success?" I said, "I'm fucking as baffled now as I ever was." Because it was no bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them now are all scripted, and you can tell because the people aren't good actors. You have to be a good actor to pull it off if you're going to do a scripted reality show.
If you know someone, and I've met quite a few of these people, but they ain't like that, you know.
Right.
You didn't seem to care
it's
about.
Not real.
You didn't seem to care about keeping a rock image. You just kind of wanted people to see you at home, which is why I think people liked it.
I mean, I just wanted. I didn't. Sharon said to me, because people would come into my house and it would just be the way it is, you know. And people go, "Is it like this all the time, man?" And we go, "Like what?" You know, when you got kids, you know, you got to have 4 heads. You know, one's got moaning about women, one doing this. And we had no idea it was going to do what it did. No idea. I mean, when the ratings would come in, they'd all the crew would be 5 in and all this. And I go, well, what's that mean? It's a 17.9. It sounds like a fucking earthquake reading. And I go, well, can you translate that to records? If that was records, how many would I have sold? Well, it would be like 7 Thrillers. And I go, wow, yeah. I did not have a clue.
Didn't Sharon say the only thing that they wanted any control over you guys was if there's anything that embarrassed the children that you didn't want in, that you would have to override, but anything else was kind of fair game for them to shoot?
Yeah.
And how the kid's doing? Jack's doing good?
Jack's in China right now.
Yeah?
Bungee jumping in Peking or something.
And he's changed his life around since the show. It's pretty
drastic. Have you ever heard of a place called Yosemite Park?
Sure.
He climbed that Al Cap. And I'll go, it don't look 4,000 feet from here. And this guy goes, look on these binoculars. If you see that little bump in the side and move across, you'll see a guy wearing a red jacket. I'm going... I still couldn't. When I looked at the binoculars, he was like just a bit bigger than an ant.
Wow! And it was him climbing.
It was.
As it goes straight up, yeah.
I mean, it was great.
What is it called? El Capitan?
El Capitan
or something? Yeah.
Screw that.
I can't imagine.
No.
I mean, he says, Dad, you know what? If it's that high that if you fell off. I was Jack Johnny. If you fell off, it'd take 17 seconds to get to the bottom. I said, how do you know? That's a good advert for a Timex. He fell 4,000 feet in 70 seconds, and the watch was still coming.
Just an arm with no body on it.
He's just a workout fiend now, huh?
Yeah, I've just had to medevac him back to England before I came out. Because he got some... thing from him. It was in some Burma jungle or something, and he got this bug. They reckon it was some rat piss.
He got.
And I said, I wasn't even there.
He got sick from rat, whatever. Yeah,
rat urine.
Nah, wow. And he really got sick when you had to medevac him out?
I said, yeah, I had to give him a bit of cheese every day for a few weeks.
What is he, an adventurer now? Just goes traveling the globe?
It is Jack's adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
I mean, he loves it.
God, that's something. Oof.
But I mean, and he did that cop thing. I'm going. I mean, if I went and there was a midget, LaToya Jackson, the guy of Chips, the Mexican guy, I'd think this is a fucking joke, you know. And he took it all real.
Unfortunately, the show didn't do well, but what Ozzy's talking about, it's Jack was part of this show where they became actual cops in Indiana somewhere, I believe.
Yeah.
And they actually went on real calls. And I actually watched Ozzy, and I like Jack in it especially. Yeah, he did. It was unbelievable. You think
for real?
You think it's a throwaway show, but no, they're domestic violence calls, and they're coming in and actually like talking to the people that are having a problem.
Yeah, they had Eric Estrada would come in.
That's why
I'd be like, "Hey, you were the guy from Chips.
Yeah,
what are you doing here?"
I mean, LaToya Jackson. I mean, if she said you're under arrest, I just start laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's that one where the midget goes into the grocery store.
Yeah.
The woman, she goes, "You've been caught shoplifting." She goes, "Fuck up."
Just step on
that as well.
F off or whatever. But that's Wee Man from Jackass. He was part of that show as well.
Yeah.
But we're running out of time here. Unfortunately, we could hang out with Ozzy all day. Especially when you're telling those drug stories, Ozzy. We love those.
I love
good
the
old
single,
days.
man. I love the new single. It's fantastic. And when is the actual the new CD come out?
22nd of this month.
22nd of this month. And how long did you work on it? And is there anything about it that's like?
Well,
different?
I had a studio built at home, and I've always wanted to do that because you get familiar with it. I mean, a lot of studios have got the same equipment, but it's so cool to have your own. And I didn't really, for once in my career, nobody was hassling me to deliver, you know. So we started it January last year, I think. Then for a few weeks. Then when I had to go somewhere else, and it took me a year, but I didn't actually work a year on it. It was like condensed down to about 7 or 8 weeks.
If you look at like your career, like, could you say like as a performer, like, okay, this is a moment where I kind of knew like we made it. Like, is there anything you look back on with one moment that you said, this is where I knew I
I
arrived?
just can't believe I'm still doing it, you know, and still people want to see it, you know. I mean, I've had some incredible things happen in my life.
Well, it's got to be amazing, too. You guys are the headline band when you perform. I mean, after almost 40 years, you're still the headline band. And every other band, the adoration every other band shows for you, I think it's got to be a testament
We
to how...
just did this thing in Vegas for VH1. I was with Heart, Genesis, ZZ Top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and then I'm on it, I'm going, what the fuck is this all about? You know?
It was nice watching Metallica induct you. Lars gave a great talk. James Hetfield got choked up talking about Sabbath. It was really an amazing thing to watch. Those guys.
What was that?
When they were inducting you into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got one in England, but you only got like 6 ones and 1 flop, and you get in a you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at least America, you got to be 25. You know?
25 years.
25 years, yeah.
Well, they cut us off. It's 4 minutes left because we have to run over to XM and do another show. So our show is over. Ozzy Osbourne, I Don't Want to Stop is the new single, and it's Black Rain is the new CD coming out when?
22nd.
The 22nd.
Next Tuesday.
Month. And Ozfest is free this year. Ozzy is on every date, barring injury or something like that, or illness.
Go to Ozfest.com for the tickets for that, yes. Tour starts July 12th in Seattle.
So I was going to say, it's great seeing you guys. Keep on doing it.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne, everyone. We're going over to XM. Have a great day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
XM Satellite Radio. I didn't know I had a shower. I didn't realize that. I guess I should shower every morning now, huh?
Yeah, you never know.
Seems to be the same routine, same cameraman outside every day. That's all right. Oh, hey, by the way, thanks to the pest that joined us for the walkover today. We're not broadcasting at it at this time, but we will soon, hopefully. And I'm thinking maybe if you're in the area, it'd be nice to do the walkover for maybe the rest of the week.
Yeah, pop over.
That would be very, very nice.
They were fun.
This dump report is the finest one we've ever had.
Yeah, want to thank Ozzy. Oh, where's his single? I promised that we would play that. We'll do the dump report.
Wow.
We'll play Ozzy's latest single, and then we'll get into the XM portion of the show. But, man, if you were on XM, if you were listening to us on XM, I should say, you got a fine Ozzy interview. I think regular radio was left very, very confused.
There's no idea what happened.
And usually we try to help the regular radio audience along, but in this case it was impossible. Is this the new record? 1, 2, 3,
17.
4, 5, 6, 7, 17? You already counted?
Yes.
Yeah. All Ozzy on the dump report today.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to stop Ozzy from cursing. You
No.
can't tell him, hey, Ozzy, we're on regular radio. Can you watch the language? It doesn't work
He
with
cursed
Ozzy.
in front of the MTV cameras.
Yeah, doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He's Ozzy, for God's sake. And we got 17 dumps.
Right. Poof. And, well, we got Club Soda Kenny in studio to do the dump report today, thanks to Ozzy Osbourne.
Live from the Opie and Anthony Show studios, the Daily Dump Report.
Morning, everyone. 17 dumps, all attributed to Ozzy Osbourne. And Al starts off with a little editorialization.
Oh, God.
Look who stopped by the show today. 8:17 a.m., this fucking thing. He was referring to the microphone.
Yeah.
We have to read who did it.
Ozzy, of course.
Okay. All right.
8:18 a.m., what the fuck?
Well,
Ozzy?
I don't know what was going on there. Steve was trying to help him with his microphone. I'm thinking to myself, I think Ozzy knows how to work a mic by now and can figure it out on his own. Here comes Steve running into the studio.
Ozzy's foot. Here's Ozzy's sweet foot. His sweet little foot got caught in the cord because of the cumbersome incompetence working around radio.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Steve.
Steve bumbled over.
I did nothing of this sort.
I loved Crazy Train.
What happened? What happened, Steve? Because Ozzy was
I'm
very
a singer
bothered.
myself.
Yes, I was in the Pendulum. We loved whatever the band was. I'm nervous.
I think the microphone really bothered him.
Pendulum.
Yeah, go ahead.
His foot was tangled in the mic cord.
I love that word, tangled.
His foot was tangled in the mic
That's
cord,
great.
so I was trying to.
It was like Deadliest Catch. I thought he was going to go overboard with a crab pot.
and he kept every time he moved his leg, the mic would swing away from him.
Spin around. So it was like, what the fuck?
So I was trying to, I guess, inconspicuously get it away from his foot, but it wasn't working.
Inconspicuous. Looked like you were trying to get a salmon out of the river.
I thought you were robbing him. What are you doing?
Yeah, you were all over him.
And then Ozzy just was bothered. Was he bothered by you or the fact that his foot was still tangled?
Both. He was bothered that his foot was tangled in the cord.
And then he just got bothered with you trying to help him.
There is nothing bothersome about me.
All right, so go ahead. This fucking thing started the dump report with Ozzy Osbourne at 8:17. Continue, Kenny.
Right, then he didn't curse for 5 minutes till 8:23.
Oh, you did what the fuck at 8:18?
Yes,
okay, that was still about the microphone.
Yeah.
All right.
8:23, bullshit, flower power by Ozzy. 8:23 again, fuck by Ozzy. 8:25 a.m., all this shit in the air by Ozzy. 8:27 a.m., fucking Nazi, fucking shit, fucking.
Who was that, Ant? Kenny, who was that?
That was Ozzy.
Okay. Ozzy, of course.
Yeah. And then 8:28, Ozzy, fuck no. 8:32 a.m., driving through fucking buildings by Ozzy.
I think he said diving.
You did say diving.
Yeah, he was so fucked up that he said I would be diving through buildings.
Right. 8:34 a.m.,
whatever.
shit by Ozzy. 8:46 a.m., the fucking stink of the audience by Ozzy. 8:47 a.m., fucking baffled.
Wow, there was another line after that fucking stink of the audience. There was like they had shit themselves.
I took a crap right there or something like that.
Yeah, it sounded like, wow, interesting. I thought there'd be another dump there. Oops.
Maybe you got it.
Maybe that was a twofer.
Ah, gotcha.
All right. 8:47, It's All Bullshit by Ozzy. 8:48 a.m., Fucking Earthquake Reading by Ozzy. 8:50 a.m., Sick from Rat Piss by Ozzy. 8:51 a.m., This Is a Fucking Joke by Ozzy. 8:52 a.m., Fuck Off by Ozzy. 8:54 a.m., What the fuck is this all about by Ozzy.
I'm saving this one. This is a gem.
That is some dump sheet.
By the way, I got a text. My girlfriend had wanted me to ask him a couple of questions, and I forgot.
You
forgot. Dude, I forgot. I actually have not seen these. The first one is, I think I told Anthony, why do you dominate my boyfriend's life?
That would have been a good question.
That would have been a great question.
Answered by, I think, one of these dumps, like, what the fuck is this all about?
Right.
Or fuck off.
The next one. How has my boyfriend's photo printing and autograph obsession already ruined 2 of our brunches? Okay. It's a 2-part question. Here it is Jim staring at you uncomfortably due to creepy overexcitement? And part 2 is how scared are you to sit so close to a psycho stalker type? Okay.
She does know you.
Be honest. Did Sharon warn you about my boyfriend as someone who would make you potentially very uncomfortable? Remember to be completely fucking honest. Okay. And I think there's one more. Please, would you give Jim a special nickname, like the kind of name a tribal elder would pass on to a young psychopathic fan? I'm glad I didn't read your stupid questions. You would have embarrassed me in front of the madman.
You should have read those questions.
I didn't know they were there.
Of course you should have.
That would have been hilarious.
I didn't know they were there. I'd love him to have a little nickname for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, I promised Ozzy's people that we would play a single. We ran out of time over there, so we're going to play I Don't Want to Stop from the Black Rain CD that comes out a week from tomorrow. And don't forget Ozfest.com for free Ozzy tickets, okay? Mm-hmm. Here's I Don't Want to Stop, the brand new one from Ozzy Osbourne. There you go. The latest from Ozzy. I Don't Want to Stop from Black Rain.
Yeah, it's got quite a beat to it, man. It's very pleasurable.
2 instant feedbacks. One, fucking incredible. The next one, fucking awful.
Yeah,
and that is
our radio show right there.
Yep. That's everything in the world.
I like the song a lot, Jimmy.
Yeah, me too. But someone doesn't like song is something people are going to agree or disagree on. But it is amazing.
But
how...
it's just funny. It's one after the other. It's not even any gray area.
Same person.
Probably.
Very zombie-ish.
Yeah.
A little zombie in there.
Zombie in there.
Guitar solo, too, which you don't hear much these days.
It's all Zach. They said Zach Wild co-wrote a lot of it.
I bet you Zach said, look, I'm playing a guitar solo, and Ozzy's like, all right.
What the fuck you want to do?
You do whatever you want, buddy.
My goal is for Ozzy to remember me.
He sort of did.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely he did.
No.
When you were talking about the induction a little bit, yeah. Listen to the interview again. There was an awareness there.
No, he's Ozzy. I'm just a boy.
The love in your eyes, Jimmy, that I saw was just...
The rest of the guys do. The rest of the band remembers me.
You were so cute.
Did you get everything signed?
Yeah, I only a couple things. It was the Sabbath photo, the giant Sabbath photo, which I now need Bill Ward for, and then 2 other pictures of me and Ozzy.
What? Why didn't you get Bill? Oh, Bill Ward wasn't
there.
in.
Yeah, it was Vinny Appice.
When we had Black Sabbath. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Bill's his health. We'll have to get him on his own. He'll be out.
So you get Bill Ward, then you got that picture signed.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll obsess you for a while.
You know, what was the best was during commercial break. When Ozzy was just talking, sitting there talking, and Jimmy's talking to him, and you were so excited, like you were leaning so far forward and talking to Ozzy, all excited. I was so thrilled for you.
I probably annoyed him.
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah, I didn't ask too many, just...
It was too bad we had commercials today because the stuff he was just talking about during the commercials was very interesting.
Yeah,
being on
definitely.
Johnny Carson and the difference between Letterman and Carson.
Well, no, he was talking about Carson as a whole. I don't know if he's ever on the Tonight Show.
I was going to ask him if he was on Carson.
Yeah, I actually was too.
But he seemed like he knew, so I just assumed he had to be on there.
Just a fan.
Oh, just a fan?
Yeah, he's been on Leno. I've seen him on Leno. Sabbath has performed on Leno.
He was talking about the talk shows just being like Groundhog Day now, like Groundhog's Day, the movie, where it's just the same every night. The same thing happens over and over. And how Johnny was, different. If somebody tripped coming out on stage, they would talk about it. They would kind of hit on that. And now they don't really do that anymore.
I want to know Ozzy's cologne. Ozzy smells rich and good.
That was the same cologne he had on last time.
Whatever Sharon's picking out for him is fucking... I want to write to her and say, what is Ozzy wearing? Because I want to wear it so I can smell like him.
That's when the restraining order comes in.
I don't remember.
That is when she goes to court and gets the restraining order, has it filed. And then, you know what he would do? He'd have Ozzy sign the restraining order. Ozzy, could you please, here's a restraining order.
Right. I'm just a boy who wants to smell like someone else.
Just a boy.
One of the listeners will get it, because the last time Ozzy was in, which was, 2.5 years ago maybe? Yeah. 2 years ago? He said exactly what it was, and it was the same scent. How much cologne do you have to put on where Ozzy walked in the room and you were already smelling him? And he wasn't even near us.
I think it's probably aftershave. It's probably the stuff they put on with the hand. I think it smells stronger. And it's also...
it's kind of creepy to smell a man's cologne, by the way.
Oh, I love it.
You did?
When it's like that just smells rich. Yeah. He just smells good. Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name did have a strong... Wayne Newton had a strong cologne as well.
It's a whole vibe to you when you walk in, man. It's not a cheap, shitty smell.
Yeah.
It's like you there's a presence just walking in the room.
Yeah, Wayne Newton smelled rich. It's just the smell of wealth and fame.
Some wise-ass Louis B. from Manhattan. Nice. More rock and less talk.
You asked for it.
You got it. Cowborn with 2 noses.
One farmer in Wisconsin had to look twice at his new calf, one time for each nose. Take a look. This is Lucy the cow. She was born with 2 noses. Yeah. The second nose sits on top. At first, the farmer thought Lucy was kicked in the nose. Her breeder says it's a rare deformity, but they do keep track of such mutations. He says if it happens again, they'll start looking at the sire that they used to breed. Both noses are working just fine, folks, just to let you all know.
Like I said, there's a pig in the bar house morning. Why is everybody looking at me?
Oh, he was making a joke like the pig had sex with the cow because it looks like a pig nose on the cow.
It does.
Tell you the truth. It doesn't look like a second cow nose. It looks like a pig nose on a cow. So he's making kind of a joke like everyone's looking at the pig and the pig's going like, hey, I fucked the cow.
Shouldn't the pig be outraged at this point?
Yes.
Why would a pig whistle anyway? Pigs root around in their own shit. They don't care what you think.
They don't care. Oh my goodness, I have a reputation to uphold.
Having sex with a cow is the least of their problems.
That's a feather in a pig's cap.
You're a pig.
You climbed up and did that? Good for you.
That's like everybody. That's like a pig getting a supermodel.
Sorry.
How would a pig hold on? Pigs have little stupid hooves.
The little cloven hooves.
Yeah, little
whatever they are.
Little devil feet.
They serve them up for food. Pig's knuckles. Who would eat that?
I don't know. Especially pickled.
When there's so many good things on a pig to eat. Pork chops.
Never mind.
I love Roland.
Why?
Just that he had that happen.
Set that up.
Roland was very good.
Hooked it up.
Roland was very good.
Ozzy.
Should have made Roland ask him a couple of... thank you, Thannikins.
That means that we'll have a guest in June now.
Oh, no.
I think we get one guest a month.
We didn't coordinate. This is all of our faults. We didn't coordinate because Parker Posey was going to come in, but we didn't all talk it over.
Yes,
and that would have been a good one to get.
I was fine without having her on.
Really? I think she's great.
I like Parker Posey.
I think she's very funny.
She's adorable.
Yeah. All right. This is a sick story. Woman survives internal decapitation. Did you hear this one yet?
Yep.
Yeah, read this one.
This is
really
brutal.
It just gives me the heebie-jeebies and an incredible headache. Like thinking about how much of a headache you would have from this.
Now,
you know when you're hungover and you have that bad headache? I usually have to take a cold rag and put it on my head all day long. I'm picturing that times 8 gazillion.
Is she paralyzed?
That's what my question is, because
I guess we'll find out in the story.
A little screwy. In the paper, they had like her head in one of those cages, and her eyes were completely crossed.
I would imagine
they were.
This is probably the craziest thing that could happen to you, and you still
live.
And you live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen to this.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old...
Stop playing the clip from The Ring. What is that?
I can't.
That's like from Saw.
She has sex?
What is that?
That's her.
Oh, my God.
She's trying to explain what happened to her, and then
her head was off.
I guess her windpipe would stretch or something, and her vocal cords got screwy.
Well, basically what you're hearing is Shannon.
God,
she was in a car crash that separated her skull from her spine. Separated her skull from her spine.
Decapitated. She was decapitated.
It's just the
internally
flesh
decapitated. The flesh was holding her together.
Blood, like veins and arteries, and your windpipe, and just all that stuff is still attached. But the skeletal system, the whole thing that holds it there in place, was severed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the creepiest thing that could happen.
She should be dead. I mean, you never are supposed to survive a decapitation.
I backed up. Here we go.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old Shannon Malloy's life changed. A car crash, January 25th, on a Nebraska road, dealt such a powerful blow that her head dislocated from her spine. The clinical term for her condition, internal decapitation.
I wasn't focused so much on the pain. I just kept thinking, I have to stay alive.
Dr. Gary Giselli says Shannon's will to live is what saved her.
I've seen it once before, and the patient unfortunately didn't make it.
5 screws drilled into Shannon's neck and 4 more in her head keep her stabilized. It's called a halo and prevents her skull from shifting. Not exactly an easy or pain-free procedure.
Oh, my God.
Tony Soprano should have held her nose shut.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you did.
I didn't say a word.
Oh, like he wasn't going to figure that out.
No.
I actually have not.
I know. He didn't figure anything out, so that's all I said.
All right.
That's all I said.
I'm going to watch him today, man. I want to catch up.
Yes, you
What
better.
happened to Frank Vincent calling on Mondays?
Don't say nothing. Vincent had another hysterical line.
Did he?
God, he's got
Tomorrow.
funny line.
All right.
He gets every funny line.
He's a funny guy. All right.
I like that when Tony's on the phone with him. No, I'm not going to ruin it. Jimmy, this doesn't ruin anything. It's just a funny thing.
I don't want to know that Tony has a phone. I thought the phones were lost. Thanks for nothing. There goes my theory that they had gone back to Western times.
It just reminds me of what all of us do to each other. because
Tony was blowing some. Oh.
No,
sorry, I forgot.
are you nuts? At one point, Tony's talking to Frank Vincent's character there, and they're discussing a business deal that they don't agree on, and Frank Vincent says something to Tony, and Tony goes, well, now this is me hanging up on you. And Frank Vincent just holds the phone up and goes, click, and hangs up on him first, and Tony gets all pissed off that he got the hang up in first.
That's great.
And the look on Frank Vincent's face is pure satisfaction.
By the way, if you were listening to Friday's show, I was at F.H. Riley's over the weekend.
Yes.
Kind of celebrating my brother's birthday a little bit. And I'm sitting there with my brother and actually Steve from Bayshore. And phone rings. It's Bob Saget calling back.
Get out of here.
Remember we did that
We left a message with Bob. You left a nice little voicemail message, and he called back.
I run out of F.H. Riley so I could hear him. You know, because a bunch of pests ended up down there, and, thanks for supporting the restaurant and all that, and thanks for what you guys did on Saturday. And so I ran out so I could hear him. He's like, I'm assuming that message was a goof. I'm like, yes, Bob, it was.
Yes, sorry.
And then he's like, you're not going to give this number to anyone, are you?
Oh,
He's like, now I'm scared that all your fans are going to have my cell number.
Look, he was all worried.
Yeah.
You left a number like a friend.
Yeah.
Like a message. You left a message like you were a pal of his. Hey, just goofing around a little. And he's like, you're not going to give this out, are you? Look, I'm going to change my number.
He goes, I was a little freaked out at first, but then halfway through the message, I realized, okay, he's doing this on the radio. But then he's like, you're like, I go, you're definitely not going to give this out, are you? I'm like, nah.
Oh, he's not your pal.
It was pretty funny, whatever. Not much more to it. All right, here's more from this woman that survived internal decapitation.
My skull slipped off of my neck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Her skull slipped off of her neck.
That's gotta suck.
Oh, my God.
That could be
God.
the most horrific thing ever.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you do when your skull slips off your spine?
Looks
and
stupid.
Your head... Yeah, exactly. Your head... What do you do?
Put it back?
Can you you can't stand up. You would have to you would probably be compelled to hold it in place. And just freak out thinking, oh my God, my head is falling off.
You go to sneeze, your head becomes detached from your body again?
Oh, you could imagine that. You get a little itch in your nose and so go, oh no, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze.
So the head must have flopped to the side?
Flopped to the side.
Oh my God.
That's probably why she sounds like that. Everything, your windpipe and your vocal cords and everything probably bent.
Oh my.
I'm just speculating here because I'm not a doctor.
My brother broke his neck playing lacrosse, and he continued playing in the game, actually. He was in a tournament down in Virginia, and then I guess he knew some players on the other team, so they all went out drinking and stuff. He had the worst headache he's ever had, right? And he's in college, so they're messing around drinking and just having a good old time in the bar. And the headache was so bad when he got back to his hotel or whatever, he went to the emergency room, and they got an x-ray, and they come in the room with the x-rays, and they look at my brother, they go, don't move. Don't move. And then I believe the doctor looked at the x-ray and said, if I wasn't looking at you moving all your limbs, I would say this person is paralyzed. And he was in a bar that night, fucking around.
Jeez, lucky.
And then he had the halo, and when they took the halo off because you lose all your muscles, his head completely flopped, and he had to kind of hold his own head up until he got the muscles
you do the exercises, neck exercise.
How long's it on for? A couple months?
Man, I gotta ask him. Maybe he could email me. But at least I think it was all summer. I think it was a minimum of 2 months.
Can they take it off so you can nap?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
that would be so claustrophobic.
Well, it's the halo, and then it's this huge kind of like vest thing. I think the whole thing weighs like 40, 50 pounds. And
you got to sleep in that and everything.
And you got to sleep kind of with your head in the middle of this thing. You can't like rest it on a pillow.
Then again, your option is you never move below the neck again.
He ain't complaining.
Yeah.
He's not complaining.
You gotta take a dump with that thing on you like a big bird cage. What I would do is I would probably just put like a bird cage like cloth over me, and then when people were boring me, I'd go yada da 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 da. Hope you liked our show, and it would just flop
pull
down
it
in front
shut.
of me. Yeah. Like a big, I would just pretend I was a bird, and I'd be talking, I'd go like, and I'd drop the curtain in the middle of the sentence, I'm like, I'm really gonna...
Just go to sleep, because that's what birds do.
Don't be birds. It's not night, you idiot. It's a fucking curtain. Where are your instincts, bird?
My skull slipped off of my neck about 5 times. Every time they tried to screw this to my head, I would slip.
That made rebuilding Shannon's neck strength a priority. But there were other complications.
I had a fractured skull, swollen brainstem, bleeding in my brain. I also have a GI tube in my stomach.
A G.I. Joe?
Nerve damage
in her stomach?
to my throat so I can't swallow. Nerve damage to my eyes so they cross.
Doctors are working on that. But today her skull has healed. She's well enough to have her halo removed.
I gotta tell you something. Usually, like, I want to hear every word when we play audio. I missed a few things in that, and I ain't backing up. I am not backing up.
No, it's painful to listen to.
I heard a few words there. That's all I need.
It sounds like E-Rock after his push-ups. He did.
Well, E-Rock did interesting push-ups. Every time he went down for a push-up, he took a bite of steak and leaned over and ate some Caesar salad. Jesus. But that fucking story changed quickly. I had a piece of fat-free salmon cake.
Salmon cake. Can we get E-Rock in here now? Now, the bet started 4 days ago officially. What?
His arms got thrown up.
E-Rock.
Oh, like it's Sam.
I just asked you if you come in. You don't have... What's wrong?
Nothing.
Ooh.
Sam just sprinting with the camera.
This is tough love. We want you to lose the weight. Now, we have one more clip, by the way, from this.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's healed now or something?
Well, they said they're taking the halo off, so her neck and skull are reconnected, but she's still got crossed eyes, and something, I don't know, something about her stomach. It sounded like G.I. Joe in her stomach, but of course that wasn't it.
I heard something like that, and like I said, usually I would back up and play it again so we get every word. I'm just going to assume it's a G.I. Joe in the stomach. I don't need to really know.
She sounded like she was suffocating. I can't listen to that.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like she's suffocating. Like there's too much effort to living at that point.
Oof. So,
heebie-jeebies what?
We'll talk about Paris after, too.
Wow. I got a headache just, like, listening to it. Like, my neck hurts.
All right, let's play the third clip. Then
That's why I can't watch, like, ER.
Then we'll get to E-Rock. Here's the third clip of Shannon.
Shannon's mom, Robin Frazee, is amazed that her daughter has survived this ordeal and has recovered as well as she has. Robin remembers
I'm glad
the
my
first
daughter
few days...
is okay. You realize it's just the way the whole family talks?
Oh, my God. They just live way up in the mountains.
Yeah, it's like they live at like 25,000 feet.
They're Sherpas.
Yeah, right. That's the joke.
Robin remembers the first few days in the hospital and calls them touch and go. One doctor continued to tell the family to prepare for the worst.
It was just really scary because he just kept saying, we've never, ever seen this injury in a person that's alive.
Some bedside
and
manner.
you need to say your goodbyes now.
Well, goodbye won't be happening anytime soon.
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
Oh, it's an absolute miracle. It's a miracle that she was able to survive from the actual accident, and also a miracle that she's made the progress that she's made.
Doctors will continue to work on Shannon's swallowing and vision. She says removing the halo was a big step for her, making her feel like a full recovery is in sight.
Oh yeah, they're big ones. I would ideally like to be fully recovered. I know that's not going to be a great possibility. I get coming really close, so...
I have no idea.
A miracle is her jogging away from the accident. This is an amazing medical anomaly. I love how the word miracle is tossed around sometimes. A miracle is her going, wow, I should have died in that accident.
And the interesting part is the swallowing issue is being pushed by her husband. That's all he cares about. He's like, just fix that. Fix that. Yeah, I really should have a laughing box around my head.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey City. Bill, what's up?
Yeah, it's a shame she got the halo off now. Otherwise, she could have got a job as a Pez model.
All right.
Very nice. All right. Hey, E-Rock. 4 days into the diet.
Yeah.
But you said you started today.
Yeah.
Because the book says start on a Monday.
No.
Sam wants you wait,
Not
actually.
doing that.
Why?
Because it's every week.
You're right.
Thursday.
We want to just. I would be curious if he put the extra weight on, but
smoothie.
You're refusing?
That's on my diet too.
What?
I would love a smoothie.
Not that one. This is
We spent so
mine.
much fun. No, you don't do.
So you're not gonna like do a quick way?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to see if he did anything over the weekend, because you may have, just through eating a little bit better, have done okay.
Yeah, the only reason we want to is just because the whole steak fiasco.
Since you're starting on a Monday, I think we should see where you're at, because you might even be a pound ahead of the game.
No. That means you think you gained weight, right?
E-Rock.
No, I'm just not going to fuck with this diet.
What does that by what? Weighing yourself?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, not by weighing myself, but I don't know. It's redoing your whole lifestyle pretty much, as far as eating, thinking, exercising, all that.
Sexuality.
You gonna try girls now?
Yeah.
Why didn't you get a picture with Ozzy? I was ready. I had the camera.
There was too many people. His publicist and whatever else was with him. I just didn't want to bother.
Tony and then those guys are cool as hell.
You asked me if I would get a picture. I was willing to do it.
Who's the big black dude?
Probably security, just a guy.
Oh my God,
security
he's
guy.
a mountain.
Yeah, he's friendly.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you on our side, hopefully? And he said,
Big guy.
yes, I am. I'm like, okay, glad to meet you.
He's there to protect Ozzy. Ozzy ain't going to be brawling in the streets if someone don't like him.
So I would like to see how Eric is starting out. Because what was you last week? 214, actually less than we thought.
214, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
He's got stripped. Not to be a dick, but he's got stripped down.
Well, who's being a dick? It's hot the way. If it's not hot, why do it? Let's see those underpants, baby.
Underpants.
I think it's appropriate to do it. How about this, E-Rock?
I'll do it if you do it.
How about this? I'll make a deal with you. Because we do weigh every Thursday. How about we weigh you every Monday, starting with today?
Since the diet starts
That's not
on
a bad
Monday.
idea.
It is a great idea.
We promise
Great
we will
idea.
not weigh it until next Monday.
But what did Sam say? It's fair.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Chiming in over there. That's good. It's a good point.
It's fair.
Fine.
All right.
There he
This
goes.
young body.
And a non-white T-shirt today.
E-Rock.
Good move.
E-Rock, can I tell you something? You do realize all you have to do is lose the weight and it shuts everybody up.
All right, so I'm doing that.
Oh, shit. Kids
Hey, are you going to take...
Oh, but you're going to take that from this kid. I love this kid. Come here, you. Here, take this. Take this.
There you go.
You got balls.
Stop wearing a heavy watch.
He's,
Oh.
take the hat off, E-Rock. That might be like, quarter pound.
Yeah.
There you go.
You have hat head. You have hat head. You have hat head. Eric has hat head.
You have the most unusual colors of
What
underpants.
underwear are you wearing?
They're fucking red. They are red.
Is that your Superman outfit?
I'm breaking your balls and you're right away you're getting fucking fish.
Wow.
Fucking fish.
You're
Right.
brave, man.
He has fucking red.
I do.
What are they called?
The
Boxer briefs.
The
Red.
craziest I go is like a charcoal gray. You went bright red.
Why?
Bright red.
Huh?
You don't pick the colors.
Yes, you do.
Who doesn't pick the colors? What?
Pick colors. Gotta pick the colors.
They come in like a 3.
Oh, that
we
ain't
can't
working.
hear. No, E-Rock, you never disappoint, by the way. You know what colors you're getting?
Yeah.
He goes, you don't pick the colors, they come in a 3-pack.
Yeah.
Assorted?
Yeah,
But
it's
don't
all
they
random.
What kind of underwear are they?
Hanes.
So
Wait till we get our Hanes on you.
if I was Hanes, as a goof, I'd throw pink underpants in there. If you don't know what colors are come.
Why don't you wash them with your awful T-shirts and make them pink?
All right, here goes E-Rock.
What are your
It's getting
T-shirts brand? Stains?
You know what? You knew you were getting weight today, by the way, because you're wearing kind of like black sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
You knew. Oh, he lost a pound. I know he lost a pound just by Sam's look.
Yep.
What do you got?
How much?
12.6.
And you didn't want to be weighed, see?
He lost 1.4 pounds.
See, you already helped yourself by weighing today.
Here you go. He probably had lost 11 pounds until that dinner last night.
That steak dinner.
Did you take
Big
a dump?
juicy steak.
No dump today either.
What do you do?
Look
That'll
at
be
that.
4 more pounds.
Look at that.
You know,
Look at that.
A salad, big dessert.
You know he takes elephant dumps.
There you go. Sam, you're disappointed, aren't you?
They had that look on Sam's face. He just went like, nah. He looked and got all
You went,
pissed.
oh!
Big logs with hay in them. Piece of chewed grass and peanuts.
All right. Congratulations to E-Rock. He's on his way so far. We'll see what happens.
He's on his way.
All right. The Opie and Anthony Texas Hold'em Tournament. I hope we're able to make this an annual event because it's a great idea. What do we got? $20,000 for first prize?
$20,000. Here's for grabs.
This weekend, we're going to be in Atlantic City in the New Orleans Ballroom at the Showboat Casino. Saturday is the actual tournament.
Yep.
I think we're going down Friday, staying Saturday.
We're going down
after
Friday.
party. We might even be broadcasting Philly. We got to figure out our week still.
So maybe feel out a few of the players Friday night at the poker tables, my friend.
There you go. Registration is taking place in the House of Blues themed poker room at Showboat from now until May 18th. Day of the event registration will take place in the New Orleans Ballroom at the Showboat. Starting at 9 a.m. Registration is first come, first served. Tournament spots are limited. Must be 21 or older to play in the poker tournament. Call 1-800-SHOWBOAT or go to showboatatlanticcity.com for Showboat room reservations and ask about the O&A room packages. Looks like a lot of people are going to be heading down to Atlantic City and doing the hang with us over the weekend. We still have some seats to give away to the tournament? All right, we'll give some seats away to the tournament, some random callers right now. If you could join us in Atlantic City Saturday and you want to play Hold'em, give us a call.
I'll be in Nashville this Thursday through Saturday. I'm going to miss that.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
It's going to be fun.
I know it will be.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll talk about Paris Hilton and some other things.
Oh, Paris talk coming up.
And Joey and Amy, is anyone buying into this? We'll discuss it after the break.
So.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony show. Most of us get here on time.
We're just fat guys on the air.
We are so pathetic.
We're fancy people.
The battle of the mental illness.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be number one with Down syndrome children.
It's showtime, folks.
It's the Opie and Anthony show.
You'll love us. All right. Has everyone got their tickets for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour?
I do, Opie.
Better. You didn't need one,
I went
Jimmy.
to Ticketmaster.
But you didn't need one. You're going to be there.
Hey, how much were the pre-sale tickets? Remember we had those tickets go on sale, like a special thing through the website?
Yeah, I don't remember.
A penny. They were a penny.
Somebody contacted me and said they were extraordinarily, like a couple $100 a ticket. Now, I'm pretty sure that's wrong, and I want to make sure that that's wrong.
Couple $100 for what?
Let's make sure.
No.
I think it's wrong.
I don't know.
I want to make sure our fans are not being gouged. That's all.
Ticket gouged.
The news loves disaster.
Yeah, what's going on?
They're doing this whole story on a cruise ship sinking, passengers being evacuated from cruise ship in Alaska. And then they show it, and it looks like one of those oldie-time river boats that you'd see on the mighty Mississippi. And it's kind of by the shore.
Yeah.
And it was taking on water, but it stopped. There were like 200 people on it. But they're trying to make it sound like a cruise ship disaster. At first, they said cruise ship sinking.
Oh, yeah, that looks like from a Mark Twain novel.
Yeah. It's like an old-time steamboat, paddle boat thing.
Yeah. Staten Island ferry. It bumped into something, and everyone's fine.
That's it. Now everyone's like, cruise ship rescue underway off Alaskan coast.
I hope that takes a long time.
Oh.
Try that joke again.
They're just awful the way they cover it. They're just awful. They just can't.
They want to make it
big deal.
Bigger than life.
Yeah. Hey, Paris Hilton. So what'd you have on that there, Jimmy? Oh, by the way, stamps are 41 cents now.
Unless you buy the Forever stamp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get that whole concept. I understand it, but I don't get it.
It gets more money into the post office because people would spend way more money on stamps than they ever would on a regular basis. And then they take that money and they put it into a nice savings account.
Is that it?
And watch the interest.
They get their bank book and have it stamped. Like if you buy these Forever stamps, but let's say you buy 1 trillion of them, they're supposed to be good forever. Right. No matter how high the price of stamps goes, your Forever stamps will be good regardless.
So 20 years from now, you can mail a letter for 41 cents.
Right. But now, what'll it be in 20 years? 51 cents or something?
It's brilliant.
I don't really see
it's
the
not for
real
you and I.
economic...
It's for the old Bettys.
Is it?
Yeah, so they go and they probably spend hundreds of dollars on the 41-cent stamps.
I'm going to buy this. And what are they actually saving?
And this is where the post office makes out. They will never use all the stamps they buy. Because if you're buying something called the Forever stamp, you want to buy enough to last forever. So you're buying way more stamps than you'll ever use in a lifetime.
Boxes of these things.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a great marketing campaign.
And the real savings is just based on how high the stamp goes. Like if all of a sudden a stamp is $40 each, it is $40 to mail a letter. Now you've made out. You've made a wise investment. If it goes up 10 cents in 10 years...
Well, they dropped the bulk rate down.
Did they?
Well, they're in competition, so they can't just turn around and make mailing a letter over $1 or something. Then people will be like, well, then I'll send out all my wedding invites. I'll do email.
Yeah, why wouldn't you anyway? I mean,
right.
People still, for some reason...
Oh, those stupid paper. They're just awful.
I'm lazy with a couple of my bills, and I instead of putting them in the computer, I every month just write out a check and send it out. But for the most part, 41 cents, that ain't bad. It's still at the point where it's like, you think 300 million people live in this country, you could write a name and some numbers on an envelope, and for 41 cents, drop it in a box, and it ends up exactly where you wanted it to go. That's pretty fucking amazing for 41 cents.
Yeah, I always thought it should have been a lot higher.
Should have been higher like years ago. They should have made it $5.
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
You know the machinery involved and the people and the transportation and the friggin' coordinates that are set up to have a letter get from point A to point B no matter where it is in the
I want to send this to San Diego. I just put this thing on it and throw it in a box, and it's going to get there.
I put some name and some coordinates on it.
That really should...
And they know exactly where it's supposed to go.
That really should cost a lot more.
Fly over the country and look down.
Yeah.
There's a pinpoint, and they know exactly where it's got to go for 41 cents.
All right, what do we got on Paris Hilton? That's our stamp break. Thank you.
I want to do a new segment on the Opie and Anthony program called Jim's Hot Celebrity Gossip Mondays.
Jim's Hot Celebrity Gossip Monday
Thingy. It has to end with thingy.
Thingy, because we don't know what it is.
We need a theme song.
Thingy.
We just did it.
We'll have no theme song.
Well, you're good at
you
theme
already
song.
have.
You did line of the day.
Comes line of the day, line of the day.
Make sure thingy is in your theme song.
Oh, it's Monday. Time for Jim's Hot Celebrity Topic Thingy.
I like it. Wait till the music gets behind it and little echoes. That's gonna be a hit. Steve will get that. Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah. All right, let's go. What do you got?
Well, it's so hard to do without my music, but
now you get it instantly.
You want to?
Oh. Well,
no. He wants his theme song.
I think this one's claimed already.
Where's my theme song, Daniel?
How long will it take to back up and get his theme song?
Forever.
I don't know how that works.
It's right behind us. Where is it?
It's right behind what we're saying now.
Go fetch it.
But not what I just said, because that would be me saying it's right behind what we're saying now.
Hey, Jimmy, for your
Not
gossip thing, we got a theme song for you.
Okay.
And here it is. No?
Danny's panicking. No, I don't have
I
it.
you said 1 second.
No.
What's happening behind the scenes besides just blithering incompetence?
Yes.
Pretty much that's it.
There's no way he can get that.
By the way, I want to
audio
say hi to everyone that's listening to the show through the sewer.
Oh, yeah, it was a funny little...
It was actually very funny.
Little cartoon.
Don't tell me that E-Rock ate the theme song.
Oh, no. Oh.
I'm not doing my celebrity gossip without a theme song, Opie.
Here it is.
Oh, it's Monday. Time for Jim's Hot Celebrity Topic Thingy. That's good.
Thingy.
Well,
lets you know what day it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Jim.
No, please. I just go right into it. Well, looks like Paris is in the news again, and Tori Spelling's mother wrote an open letter to her on the internet.
Well, now I guess Tori knows about this subject.
Yeah, she's had some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And her mother.
You can make that and a lot longer. I'm not going to complain today. Her mother
wanted to write a letter to Paris, and it basically was saying, I think you should change a little. She said stop blaming everyone else for the 45-day sentence, because Paris has been kind of a spoiled douche about the whole thing.
Yes.
And Spelling also chides the heiress for taking self-defense classes, which is very funny. She's going to go spend 40 days in the pokey, and she's taking, like, Taibo.
Yeah. Oh, God. What does she think? She's going to get in shape to kick some ass in prison? Oh,
she's probably doing the perfect form. Like she's aerobicizing. Meanwhile, someone's going to get her with a box cutter.
They just spit a razor blade out of their mouth and cut her before she even knows what hit her.
Yeah, this is prison. And that's my celebrity break.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Wait. It's Monday. Monday. No. Time for Jim's hot celebrity topic thingy. That's really it?
I thought there was more celebrity topic thingies to go through.
Well, no, Than, we were hoping for 20 minutes out of this. The highest ticket price of a show, I'm saying on the pre-sale, what was it? That's all I care about.
It was the same.
Okay, that's all. Someone said they paid hundreds of dollars. I'm making sure that we weren't not getting a cut.
Some have paid hundreds of dollars, but not you.
Yeah, I don't have any more.
What would you pay? $59.95.
Page 6.
Oh, God damn it,
celebrity thingy.
Well, I do.
There's not much on page 6 today.
Wait, oh, there is more. Oh, it's Monday. Time for Jim's hot celebrity topic thingy.
Cock meat. Nothing but cock meat. Just thought it would tag nicely.
Bun and oven. Apparently, Drea de Matteo from the Sopranos was spotted looking for some maternity wear.
Oh.
Not for a friend.
No.
But for herself.
Wow.
Amazing. Someone overheard her saying something about it. And looks here like Britney Spears has been walking around Beverly Hills with a weird... She had, like, shorts. And rumor has it that... Amy Fisher was talking to Buttafuoco about having some din-din somewhere, like probably this week, but not sure.
Oh. No, din-din is tonight.
Yeah.
And he says he can't wait to get his hands on her.
Wow.
I guess they're filming it for some kind of reality TV show, by the way.
Of course they are.
Well, there's also... Yeah, it's looks like there's a picture of Lindsay Lohan here in a hat, looking like she's looking into the sun with her shades.
Well, that's her swimming,
yeah.
I believe. She's in a pool, and she's wearing a very revealing top.
Mm-hmm.
That is very nice.
That's
lovely girl.
She's well on her way to freckly boobs.
Oh,
I think she has them already.
Well, you can see it, but it's the youth freckly boobs.
Well, she's very freckly.
But
if you've seen her,
fast forward a decade, it's gonna be those freckly boobs.
Oh.
Nothing worse than over-the-top freckly boobs.
Where perhaps they're now textured.
Oh, man.
Looks like,
Oh, what?
Sarah Polley likes Woody Allen's newer stuff more than a lot of the older stuff, according to sources.
You're digging real deep now.
No, this is hot gossip
thingy. What about the thingy part, Jimmy?
I don't say that unless the theme song is playing, because this is just the gossip. There's nothing sad in this.
It's Jimmy's theme song.
I made an ass of myself.
It's tomorrow we get into the sadder news, because that's a different theme song.
Oh, okay.
I know it's sad, but that's what you get on a Tuesday. Bobby Brown is suing Whitney. He's filed a lawsuit against Whitney for some stuff, money and probably some damages.
Probably. You're supposed to tell us what it is. This is the thingy part.
Well, he was just too screwed up after the breakup to handle the old custody battle. And he says, after Whitney and I separated, I had nowhere to go and very little money to live on. I was, for all intents and purposes, homeless, I think, except for the fact that he had a house. That's why he didn't respond to her petition for custody. And he's just saying he kind of wants the kids, and then J-Lo is not under Scientology spell, says BBF. She's just not. And then Sheryl Crow apparently adopted. She was going to get a 2-week-old boy from the U.S. She named him Wyatt after her father.
Wyatt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
B.
I don't really have any more.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much.
That's it for today?
Oh, yeah, well, you know, I mean, I'd have to say so.
Well, if that's it, then.
Oh, it's Monday. Time for Jim's hot celebrity topic thingy. It's so fucking awful.
The thingy part makes me.
Your theme songs stink.
They're fucking good, and you're jealous because I'm a theme song writer.
Yes.
So after radio, I'm going to go to Hollywood and write theme songs for things.
Themes.
Hey, and you got a lot of guns in the house?
Yeah, got a few. Love my guns. Love them.
We've discussed this exact thing. Thing.
Uh-oh.
Thing.
Is it a
thing? Home
is
invasion?
It another
home invasion?
Yeah.
Or he thought it was a home invasion?
See, here it is. More liberal left propaganda. How about we pick up the NRA magazine that they put out every month?
I haven't even played the story.
And I tell you story after story about how people defended their home and loved ones with, yes, a gun.
Clayton County Police plan to let prosecutors decide if a husband will be charged with the shooting death of his wife. Apparently, he thought she was an intruder. Investigators say 60-year-old Horace Henry shot and killed his 56-year-old wife, Andrea, yesterday. Channel 2's Richard Elliott is live outside Clayton County Police headquarters. Richard.
How do you do that?
Javita, very tragic story here. A man described as retired and disabled apparently thought someone was breaking into his apartment, so he grabbed his gun. But the burglar turned out to be his wife.
Just tragic, unfortunate incident.
Clayton County Police continue to investigate a shooting death outside these College Park apartments. Officers got the call shortly before 5 o'clock Tuesday of a husband shooting his wife here at the Ashford and Stone Ridge apartments off Flat Shoals Road. At first, they thought it was a domestic dispute.
When the officers arrived, they found the victim lying on the walkway in front of the front door.
What, did he blast through the door?
Yeah, this is suspicious.
Something's going on.
And it's an apartment. It's only one way in.
You see the video of this? I'm sorry.
Oh, I know. This is despicable.
Pieces of shit beating this World War II veteran.
A World War II vet, and just
right?
mercilessly beating him. Had him pinned between the door of his car that the guy was carjacking and a car that was next to him. So the old guy couldn't even fall down, and is mercilessly punching him in the side of the head as hard as he can, more times than I could count. And then as he opens the door, the old man falls to the ground, and the guy gets in the car and apparently drives away.
Who are the guys waiting?
Just people milling about.
And nobody helped the old guy?
No one helped the guy at all. Why would they?
Did they see what was going on?
I don't know.
Kind of hard not to.
Do we have that whole story yet?
Kind of hard
I'd like
not
to know
to.
a little more about that one.
That guy should be lined up against the wall by the police and just shot.
Nah.
All right, here we go. More to the man kills
never
wife.
happened.
But once detectives started their investigation, they found it was something else entirely. 60-year-old Horace Henry apparently heard his wife Andrea coming home and thought she was a burglar.
The husband thought that he was being burglarized. When the door opened slightly, he fired one round between the crack and ended up striking the wife in the neck.
Andrea Henry was taken to Grady but later died. Clayton County Police will continue to investigate but do say it all appears to be a horrible accident.
We're going to review all the evidence and wouldn't necessarily say that charges are pending, but it's certainly something that will be presented to the DA's office for them to review.
What an idiot.
And what will happen then, the DA's office will take that information and present it to a grand jury and let that grand jury decide if any charges will be filed.
What the fuck is going on with the latest Geico commercial?
You're watching a Geico commercial with the, it looks like a YouTube kind of format, and it's some kid just making faces and
really
noises.
Weird faces.
It's an odd one. Anything but those stupid cavemen, and I'm fine with it.
That's Tina. We're getting back together.
again, they'll kind of use this story like, anti-gun thing and fine, whatever.
Well, why did he think she was a burglar?
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't supposed to be home at a certain time, or I don't know. But the thing, you don't shoot through a crack in the door. You stand back, you take good cover where you can identify your target and see what comes in your door. That's what you do. You don't shoot through doors. You don't shoot cracks. You don't shoot at noises. People are dopes.
Yeah, here's the carjacker beating the 91-year-old World War II vet.
That's nice.
Detroit police say they have arrested a suspect in the carjacking and beating of a 91-year-old World War II veteran outside a store on Detroit's west side. The news comes just hours after WXYZ aired shocking video of the attack. The video may be hard to watch, but it's even harder to believe that someone could beat a 91-year-old man punching this World War II veteran 21 times. He come up, he want a light for a cigarette, just as he threw a punch at me.
Witnesses say the male suspect stands 5'9" tall with a slim build. He had braids in his hair and an earring in his left ear. He wore expensive Cartier glasses that we're told were recovered by police.
Missing something that might be a little more helpful in the description.
Well, they have arrested a suspect. That's probably why they don't need it. But
all right,
it's amazing why would they have to put his height and all that stuff? Not going to put his race. Why is it so hard to put race in a description where the physical is important in locating the person?
You know what is easy if you want to get a suspect and you know what they look like? Say white, black, Asian.
Yeah.
But
fat,
those are
skinny,
like fat, right? Skinny,
bald, has hair,
male, female. It's part of a description that is really helpful, to tell you the truth, in eliminating a lot of people. Instead of walking around looking at every 5'9" tall person with slim build, it's a little easier if you give a little better description of how you can describe somebody by looking at them immediately. And don't have a tape measure to see how tall they are.
And then these dummies mention braids, earring, and Cartier glasses, all things that can be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You can't change your race. It's just mind-boggling.
The young stranger approached... This is what sucks, man. The guy was a World War II vet. He's getting up there in age, obviously, 91.
Sure, 91.
And now he's got to worry about this.
Probably all proud of his 2005 Chevy Malibu.
So the young stranger
beat the old guy for buying it.
Chevy Malibu.
The young stranger approached Mr. Sims, asked for a light, and then began to beat him over and over again. And Mr. Sims couldn't go anywhere. He was pinned in between his car door and another car. Mr. Sims says, "I think we kind of wrestled around there." He punched again and again. What the man wanted from 91-year-old Sims was his car, a 2005 Chevy Malibu. Mr. Sims said, "He grabbed my keys out of my hand and hopped in the car." A woman who appears to have been with the carjacker tries to get in the car, and while a small crowd of people just stand by, the carjacker calmly drives away, leaving Mr. Sims beaten, battered, and helpless. Mr. Sims, "They give me some painkiller pills, and I've been taking them." Now, we were talking about the school shooting
Yeah.
And you said, you would hope that the whole classroom would rush the gunman.
Right.
In this case, why wouldn't you rush the carjacker?
I have no idea.
He obviously didn't have a gun.
I don't have any idea.
Small crowd hanging around just watching this go on.
Were they watching? I couldn't tell by the video if they were watching or just not noticing.
They were milling about, but I believe something like that isn't silent. It really looked like noise was being made.
But did they see, here's my thing. Did they see that it was an old man getting punched by a young, or did they just see an altercation and not know? Sometimes you see something going on, you don't want to get involved because the guy who deserves an ass beating could be getting an ass beating. You don't know before.
That's true. If you don't know, yeah. If you see someone getting beat up, I'm not going to chime in. I sure wouldn't chime in unless you see if it's an old person like that. Then I think you got to say something.
That picture again.
Then you got to say something.
I want to show you guys something.
What? What do you got?
Wait. I want to cover this part.
Oh.
What it is? Yeah. Guess
Oh, look, it's a guessing game. I love guessing games.
Me too. I'm usually very good at them.
I hope I win.
I'm very good at these.
I want to win.
And don't read. There might be some words that will figure it out. Don't look at the words.
I can't see the words from here.
All right,
I can't
good.
see the picture because the microphone. Oh, there we go. Ooh, is that someone's leg?
That is someone's leg. What we're looking at is a shot of a leg, mid-thigh, knee, all the way down to mid-calf, closer to the top of the ankle.
Uh-huh. And what are we supposed to do?
Whose leg is that?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Don't worry, you'll be able to play along at home. We'll give you the website.
It's not?
Whose leg is that? Don't look at the text.
Betty White. I'm just going to blur it out.
I'll tell you this much. It's a celebrity that many people
Paris Hilton
found hot.
Britney Spears.
Oh, my God, no.
Okay. Well, I was trying. Years ago found hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gina Lola Brigida.
Well, this woman's getting up there, but if you look at her, she still looks like she's got it together.
Estelle Getty.
Estelle Getty.
What's her name from Laugh-In?
Goldie
Hawn.
No, that's a really good answer, but you're wrong.
Oh, damn it. I'm seeing the knees look all wrinkled. Like the kneecap itself looks like a wrinkly mess.
Know what the knee looks, and then we could go on to the rest of it? The knee looks if you knelt down in a gravel driveway. We kind of joke about that.
Yeah.
But you ever, kneel down in a gravel driveway, you get up, and your whole knee is all pockmarked?
Yeah.
For, 30 seconds or so, and it comes back to life? Well, that's what this knee looks like, and she certainly wasn't kneeling down in a gravel driveway.
Then above that is this varicose vein thing going on.
Well, it looks like
cellulite.
It looks like elephant wrinkles.
Elephant wrinkles.
Is that a good way to describe it?
Yes, very good.
Lonnie Anderson.
Let's just put it this way.
Ooh.
If her thigh was a tree, the tree would be well over 100 years old.
Yeah, that is really awful.
A lot of wrinkles that
I thought it was a
resemble
man's
circles.
leg.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore is a good guess, but no.
But no.
Ready?
The nanny.
No. Not yet. Not yet.
My hand's getting tired.
I gotta think. Wait. Let me give me more hints then. If you're just gonna give it to me.
How about a hint?
Goldie Hawn is a very. I would say this. No, I think this woman would be younger than Goldie Hawn.
Kate Hudson.
Younger than. I will say who's I Dream of Jeannie.
Hold on, no.
No.
Here, let go. All right, I'll just give you the top of her head. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
That was her name. All right, we'll go this way then.
Just give us her.
Is it movies or television?
Movies.
Movies.
Hold the paper again.
Farrah Fawcett. No, she was TV.
Suzanne Summers.
No, she was TV.
I know.
Movies. From what year?
Give a little chin.
Jerry from The
give a
Facts
chin.
of Life.
All right, there's that.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you got her chin and lips.
Jeez.
And she has blonde hair and an awful chicken neck.
Ew.
Neck.
Sally Kellerman.
No. Looks like her, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Brenda Vaccaro.
She has lipstick that you would see on an older mother.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Wow, go slowly up now. Keep going a little further.
Esther
Stop
Roll.
right there.
Because you know it, it's obvious, but I don't know it. I still can't
now you
tell.
got the nostrils.
Oh my God, no, that is not what's her name from. That's Antonio Banderas' wife.
Bing, 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 ding,
what's her
ding.
name?
Look at that. Melanie Griffith.
Melanie Griffith. Oh,
No, it's not.
Wow, that's Melanie Griffith's leg.
She's 49 years old. That's 49?
Yikes!
That cannot be 49.
That could be her leg.
It is.
Let me see the
Watch.
whole picture of her.
They prove it because look, here's the whole leg. That's the picture they got, and there's her leg.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket!
Oh my Lord! What website can people find that on there, Than?
TheSuperficial.com.
You know, she may have, in her defense, for the kneecap, she might have been kneeling down to do something, and then got up, wiped her knee off, and started walking.
Look at the rest of the leg.
Oh, I know, it's awful.
That's
I'm
the
just
least
talking
of
about the
her
kneecaps.
problems.
She smokes. That's why she looks so old.
Yeah, it dries out your skin, right?
Do you think Antonio Banderas is out getting ass?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I hope so.
He's gotta be.
Something's got to be going on there.
She's awful.
Yeah.
She's only 49.
Yeah.
Melanie Griffith. What was she? Was she like a
working girl?
Sleepless in Seattle?
I don't know.
How's Meg Ryan?
She
She's famous for. We don't really know why.
What has she been in, Melanie?
She used to have sex with Crockett.
Yeah. What? But wasn't she in some other movies? Tell me a Melanie Griffith movie.
I'm working on it.
Like she didn't do When a Man Loves a Woman with.
She's one of these people that
she did Milk Money.
That's right.
Every time I saw that stupid case at the video store, I wanted to spit on it.
Pacific Heights.
That was good with Michael Keaton.
Start with Working Girl. So Working Girl was her big hit back in 1988.
The
Bonfire of the Vanities.
Of the Vanities.
And then, you have to go way up. Mulholland Falls. There's really nothing. I mean, she's done a lot of stuff.
She's
but
just known
really
for like
Stuart Little
screwing.
Huh?
Said Stuart Little too.
She's known for screwing other celebrities, I think.
Her legs are. It looks like she's wearing a wrinkle suit, like she has on leggings, and she's playing a wrinkled lady.
They're all wrinkled.
Yeah. Maybe she was in the tub for 4 years. I thought that when those legs should be getting out of a tub in The Shining. Jesus. Why would you wear shorts with those awful legs? Wear wool. Tough it up, kid.
Wow, I never would have guessed that, though. What are you doing? Email? Oh, no.
Let's go to break.
All righty.
We'll be back.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Your home for good, clean, wholesome family entertainment. Wow.
That is such a long way to go just to say.
It's the Opie and Anthony.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony. Guys, just bear with us, will you? We got to go.
People Against Censorship is the what's the website?
PeopleAgainstCensorship.com. Man, this isn't over. Who's calling you?
Let me ask. Hello. Yeah, who's this?
Oh, Jimmy got a.
Should I call you back? I'm at work.
Oh, is it Jimmy?
Let's start yelling obscenities.
Is it?
Oh, look, he goes, no.
What's that?
Who was that?
Somebody from. I don't want to say the name of the company.
Business.
Yeah.
It's Jimmy's B.I. Business.
No, I just don't want to say the name of the company on the air. I'll tell you off air.
No?
Yeah, nothing bad.
No?
That's your new company?
Oh, boy.
Oh, I forgot. I'll call you back, Mel.
All right, we got to go. Just bear with us, will you? We'll get through this somehow, some way. Hey, we got a runner-up line of the day. Here it is.
That people are in the dugout just going nuts. A-Rod is taking off his athletic supporter, and he's holding it over Posada's face to revive him. It's lunacy / sexiness.
Damn, that conjured up some image there, Jimmy.
Yeah, we all had rods.
And you know what? And now we have to do it again.
Got a player.
Thank you all. Well, they came and got me out of Texas, and I can tell you it's a privilege to be back. I'll be talking to y'all soon.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious. Of all the dramatic things...
You know what? I find a new part of this that I find amusing. Like, all of a sudden, she was so excited that she went off mic and was saying something to somebody. Like,
yeah, she just leaves the mic.
I don't know what that was. Like, she just... I don't know what it... Listen again.
Of all the dramatic things... Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee. And there we go, John. You don't have to worry about who's going to take that spot in the rotation. You
You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on Jorge Posada's face. Andy Pettitte knew. Big signs. Roger Clemens is now a Yankee. Attention fans, he is here, and now we don't have to discuss who takes that place in the rotation.
Nothing going on in the Yankee dugout. Posada is grinning.
I love that.
Why is that news?
Posada's grinning.
She makes it the lady who suffered the internal decapitation is doing a head spin. Jesus, Susan, get a hold of yourself. Really? There was nothing happening in the Yankee dugout.
All right, with that, here's your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day.
So
wait till we get our Hanes on you.
So if I was Hanes as a goof, I'd throw pink underpants in there. All right, here goes E-Rock.
What are your T-shirts brand? Stains? Cock meat.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing but cock meat. Once again, an E-Rock goof makes it.
All right, we got to go. O&A Pest, thank you. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, boys, we'll see you tomorrow. I was trying to think if there's anybody in tomorrow or no.
I don't know. We'll figure it all out. We're out of here.
Game up.